All right. Hello, everybody. How you doing? You doing good? I hope you're doing good. Once again, we are here to do some Dungeons and Dragons. So, without further ado, I think it is the optimal time to get the show started. So, let's get to it, shall we? Wonderful. Wonderful. Make sure I got everybody in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. Boom, 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 boom. There's one PNG that is actually still hidden. Where is it? There it is. All right. Welcome back, everybody. And we got the gangs all here. Everybody excited? Yeah. Wow, you murder hobos. All right, so who would like to do the recap?
Goblin army now. That's the thing. Commanded by Whip. I think it's actually only like 8 goblins, but we got to the cave after killing the ghosty thingy. There was we ran into another thing before we got to the cave, didn't we? Oh, the goblins, yeah. Up top, they were trying to ambush us. Val us joined their ranks, and then I turned invisible, snuck up around them, and then I think Kalia got into a dialogue with them, and then I grabbed them, and then the Minotaur was like, "I'll kill you," and they were like, "No!" And then Funky Long Arms came running in, and they were scared of it, and then they, because of Long Arms and their fear, took us back to their cave, which was like a staging area for them to do ambushes. We got in, followed him through the cave. We found the town guard, got him his stuff back. He ran away and was useless. Um, we collected a bunch of stuff to take back to Glorb, and then we found Whip. I told him he could be the the big boss, but he ran off to kill the big boss to assume his position. Got in a fight with a hobgoblin, a bugbear, or 3 hobgoblins, a bugbear, and then a gnoll that vanished into magic. We disappeared. Don't know where he went. Um, told Whip's now the big boss, and we told him it would have been a horrible idea to lead a goblin commanding army of the remaining goblins of this tribe and take them back to town and become Glorb's assistants. Either whether they end up being like town guard, militia, whatever, or just adventurers in the town. We sent the goblins back to the town. Um, we found some magical items in the fighting area. I don't remember what we found. We found one of them, and then the other one none of us could see. I just knew it was there. but none of us could see it. And then I left to go back to the armory where we left all the goblin, weapons and stuff that they had captured. And then I think we called it there after the big fight, and Whip ran off. But there are all three goblins that we sent out on an adventure. Whip confirmed with us that he doesn't know where they are, but each one of the goblins assumed a second in command position of a goblin tribe. So, um, Whip was the leader of the goblin tribe that we encountered in this cave, but each of the other two goblins that were with him of the Booyogs, they are second in command at different goblin tribes somewhere in the world, but we don't know where. Now, is that true? I don't know. Were they captured in their tribes? Are we going to go into a cave and see one of the Booyogs in a cage? Who knows? But according to Whip, they are all leaders of different tribes now. Um, then yeah, the guard ran off. Don't know what happened to him. I think that's everything. Anybody else remember something I'm forgetting?
I just wanted to add on. That was amazing, first of all. But I wanted to add on the Knoll had some like super special tricks and like his like was like a looked like a possibly a blade master, a ninja or something, and would have been probably a party killer if we had had to fight him. So we actually lucked out.
I had a
With
feeling that he was around like a level 10 character, judging
yeah,
by what he was doing.
nice. And he turned invisible, right? Because didn't he like he like disappeared in the darkness? So they uh
Yes, when Val
yeah.
cast the darkness, he countered the darkness by casting invisibility, and
Hmm.
it was fast enough that even though Val can see in magical darkness, he could not see him disappear.
Right. Trying to think what else.
We smashed
Oh
in
well,
the bugbear and then the three
we
hobgoblins.
also met a new party member,
Oh yeah,
hmm who took out a whole squad of goblins all by their lonesome. And in fact, do you want to share or a recap on what on your story or your participation, or do you want me to?
I don't think she knows we're talking.
There she goes.
Oh,
No,
there
I
she
do.
goes.
You can. Sorry, I'm
Oh, sure.
also balancing trying to get the minion food.
Oh, fair. Well, from what I remember, she's been living in a local quote unquote cave, more like a little niche in the rock, while studying the local like mycology, flora and fauna, looking at cool stuff, researcher, and yeah, these goblins came in and stole a bunch of her stuff. So she went to try and get it back and ended up fighting a bunch of them. And it seems like we did get her stuff back from the cave, if I remember right, which is where we also found the guards' stuff. So that's what I remember from it.
Yep. I don't think we learned anything else about her. She's just an owlin, right? I think that's it.
I think so.
Why she was there and that she's an owlin.
Hmm.
She keeps trying to study everybody.
Right.
Is there anything else y'all can recall? If not, you get your inspiration.
Um,
The
I
basics
think
and like the gist of what I can remember.
Also, Vald is not in the server. Don't know if
Oh,
he's aware.
I'm not either. Log in. There we go.
I mean, in Discord, I
I
don't
see
see him
both.
in the channel.
Oh, he popped out of the.
Oh, he probably. Hang on, let me go check with him.
So,
Apparently Discord crashed, so he is rebooting it and should be in soon.
okie dokie. So, while there was, quite a little hubbub going on inside the cave, essentially, Gan and Lionel were just hanging outside because, it's not like the DM had plenty of tokens to already track. To which, so what would Gan have been doing in that time frame? Because I mean, I'll let you say what he would have been doing. Because I'm not sure if Gan would have maybe not have gone in because like, just a bunch of goblins, a waste of time, or if he'd have been like, I don't know. What would Gan's thoughts have been if he were to stay outside or just kind of keep in the inside of the cave or
And is anybody rushing in to the cave? Like,
well, this was just like understanding, what Gan would be doing outside as I set up the
Mostly-
as a good scene set for something else to happen.
hanging out with his best friend Lionel, right?
Yeah, quote unquote besties.
I thought, I don't know, maybe like guard duty. Maybe like I just figure like they've got it handled. Whatever it is, it can't be that big a threat, right?
Yeah. So, as that particular thought crosses your mind, you've probably been waiting, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 10 minutes or so, not really that long. And first, let's see who sees who first. Give me a perception check. Boom, 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 boom. -1. Okay. So, as you're standing outside this cave, everybody just kind of went in. There's a guard missing. They're talking about goblins, and you're just like, well, I'll just stay out here. There's whatever's in there is probably not worth me wasting time and energy on. And it's almost like at the exact same moment, as you're just keeping an eye out, leaning against the cave, maybe having a smoke, leaning against it, being cool, wearing your shades, whatever it is Gan does in downtime. It's almost like at the exact same moment, your eyes catch an orcish individual who is accompanied by a very small group of goblins. And I will switch the scene over for you in a second. It's this one. And my camera control is wonky. I gotta get that back. There we go.
And you can take all those guys, all on your own. Do it.
I'm not on my own.
Oh yeah, you have the Minotaur. Yeah, you got this. You definitely got this.
Yeah, just a small group of goblins.
You think I'm not considering? I'm like, can I fight 18 goblins in an orc?
I definitely can do this.
I might take the 18 goblins, but even if each goblin does 2 damage, right? That's 36 damage. And I'm sure they'll do more than that.
But if you're raging, that's half. You'll be fine.
Now you just need to get a wild shape so you can wild shape, get knocked out of it, go back into it, get knocked out.
but it's almost like they were heading to directly to this cave. And like the weapon, their weapons are ready, but they're not drawn, and it's almost like, just like I said, at the same time you notice them and they notice you, and there's this, brief, as some might say, this brief like pregnant pause, just this awkward silence in the rain where your eyes have locked, and there's this orc individual like right here, and he has a hand up, like fist up, like telling the goblins to wait, and he's just eyeballing you. Well, you and Lionel.
So me and Lionel just been like hanging out, not talking to each other because that's how good friendship works. You just stand in silence together. And instead, what I've done is I'm eating a popkin. That's what I call it. It's basically 2 slices of just bread, probably a little hard, and there's like jerky inside, and that's it. It's just a meat sandwich, right? And so I'm chewing very like noisily, right? And just like unaffected by this whole goblin army staring at me. So I'm just gonna look back at this orc and no animosity. I'm just gonna enjoy this sandwich, like in slow motion, just smacking my lips.
All right. Well, I mean, if you don't do anything, they get closer. Unpause that.
I'm gonna do that thing where you lift your chin up to be like, "What? What's up?"
It's so funny watching this entire block of monsters moving. What language do you speak? Do you know this language? Yes. He would be speaking in Orcish.
I know Orcish. I'm a very
Mhm.
social creature. I know Orcish and Giant and anything somebody who's kind of big and strong speaks.
Beluga whale. So this guy's just like walking up, and he's eyeing you, and the goblins are just sort of, there's this nervousness, this like tension in the air as they approach, and the orc speaks up. Out of way.
Oh, you live here?
No, we will though.
What do I know about this place and why we're here?
So while you're here, you were out looking for the guard, and you recall you found the tracks, and they kind of just led this way into this cave, and this was basically where the path is, the road is taking you to this cave of sorts. Um, what you know about this area, as someone who's been here for a little bit, there hasn't really been much about goblin incursions. Maybe recently people might have had some of their stuff just disappear, small bits of thievery, or just maybe like shadows in the night kind of thing, but nothing akin to an entire like raiding party or anything like that. And I'd figured, again, probably would be able to put 2 and 2 together, being the bad boy that he is.
I can.
Oh, wait,
uh,
yeah, intelligent. I mean, you probably gather that, nobody's been caught in town stealing anything, so I don't know, maybe it's some goblins just taking stuff here and there.
I guess I'll ask them. You seen a guard around here?
No.
Oh, that's pretty good because I'm looking to kill the guy that killed him.
If there's a guard in there, I'll kill him then.
I'm gonna look at the goblins. What's their temperament like?
Give me an insight.
14.
14's good enough. They are willing to fight. Like you get the feeling like they want to do stuff, like they want action, they want to do a thing. Um, whatever that exact intent is, maybe not sure. But you also get a feeling that they are very much afraid of this individual. And even though they greatly outnumber them, there's this maybe it's more like a socialized fear of them, not necessarily like physical, because goblins will if there's enough of them, then they'll gladly swarm somebody. But there's sort of like this ingrained psychological fear, very very tyrant-esque. Yeah, that would be definitely one you'd probably know of. Very very tyrannical fear.
I'm still like eating this popkin and kind of like making eye contact with Lionel, right? And I'm just gonna say, you think you could take that guy?
Mm. It would be fun.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun too.
Actually, you know what? He's busy being cool too. So he just says meh, and nods because nonverbal communication through the bestest of friends.
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll just kind of walk up.
And he takes a step as well.
You not a big fan of city guards, whatever?
City guards get in the way of us taking what we want.
I'm the same kind of way. I like taking what I want too. What do you got on you?
He looks to the goblins. A whole can of ass whooping. For these insignificant runts in that cave. Now you gonna get out the way, or are we gonna have to deal with you two?
What runts are in the cave?
Ones like these that pick the wrong side. And he's like starting to narrow his eyes like an old school western as the camera zooms in on. It's like that building tension.
I'm gonna look to the goblins, and you're all with this guy.
Big Steve say so. Yep, Big Steve. Big Steve, boss. Yep,
Yeah,
Big Steve.
Who's Big Steve?
They point to the orc in front of you.
I'm just gonna laugh. Like that's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. And this guy's Big Steve. That's a terrible fucking name. All right. Lionel, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill this guy because I'm not. It's something weird about an army being led by a man named Steve. I'm just gonna take my sword out.
The second you say that, it's like he was waiting. When you look back at Lionel, his muscles have already tensed. The grip on his axe is tightened, and as somebody who's been charged by him before, he was already sort of posturing. He was just waiting, like he was ready to go. So as soon as you say that, roll for initiative.
Right. It's just I'm not gonna be scared of someone. I'm Steve. It's like who's the Dark Lord of the Force? It's Steven. It's kind of a human name. Interesting.
Better to be a
that's not good.
Steve than a stew.
Well, I also don't want them to bring a whole army behind you into the cave and flank you.
One sec. I meant to roll. I was trying to roll them as a group as opposed to rolling each freaking individual one to track that. Give me a sec. I gotta.
Is there any way I can convince them to let this be like a one-on-one?
I mean, you can always try.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna say, I want you to look at my friend Lionel over here. He's about 3 times the size of Steve. How about you stay out of the fight, and he won't maul all of you with his horns, and I'll
Oh, that's
kill
the wrong one.
Steve,
Oh shit!
and
I
then
put.
you're free to elect a new leader, or you can follow us. It don't matter.
Oh, I put the wrong one on the. Fuck. Hold on. Shit. That's the commoner, not the. Damn it. Ah, damn it. Oh, one sec. F. That's the one that needs to be there. That's the right one. I was like, why is he so... Oh, the wrong token's on the board. Anyway. Sorry, say again. I was kind of doing some... Fixing something.
I was basically saying if they stay out of the fight, then Lionel will stay out of the fight. As soon as they try to hit back, he's gonna ram them with the horns and just murder them. So the deal is, I'll kill Steve, and then they're free to either elect a new leader between themselves, or they could just follow us.
Okay, let me... In that case, he'll still be getting ready then, instead of charging it immediately. And that is a 6. Yeah, wait, that's a 6 for him. You got... What'd you get? What did you roll?
I got an 11. I rolled. It says Keith rolls for initiative, but then Gan
Okay.
rolls for initiative. I think he clicked my token and rolled.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have one of those mice with the button on the side, so it's just like, oops. Okay, so you got initiative. So roll me a... Oh no, you doing a persuasion or an intimidation?
All right, definitely feel like
Persuadingly intimidation.
we'll do intimidation.
Both.
Because I did start off with saying, if you get in this fight, that Minotaur's gonna like stomp all of you. That's a 22.
Ooh. Okay, I just kind of rolled them as a group instead of having to roll it 12 times, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 18 times, whatever. So the goblins are terrified of... They're kind of collectively looking at this orc in front of them, and then they're looking at you, and then they're looking at the Minotaur back there that is, I don't know, easily like 3 or 4 times their size. Like they'd take like 4 or 5 of them just to jump on this guy. And, you know, there's this air of confidence about Gan that's very scary to them. Maybe they're a little bit used to this sort of tyrannical aura. And the orc turns to the goblins. If you don't fight them, I'll kill you myself, whelps. You know the rules. Which at this point, he is currently...
I was gonna say it too.
He is currently distracted, pointing,
Oh,
pointing
he
at
got
the
his back
goblins.
to me?
Yep.
Can I just go in?
Yeah.
All right, I'd like to rage and just fucking slice this guy immediately. Like, we're in the woods. There's no rules to combat, right?
Here.
My favorite way to win is by cheating, if I can. All right. Let me enable my rage. That's a bonus action. And then I'm going to reckless attack so that I can have advantage on it. And then I believe that's going to be -5, but with advantage. 15.
15 would... Ooh, it would miss.
Fuck. Oh, shit. Well. With his back turned to me, I miss with the sword.
Yeah, it's like maybe you're aiming for his neck or like maybe his head, and since he has to like crouch down a little bit to point at the goblins, it's you just barely miss, and it just goes right over his head as he's chastising goblins for being cowards.
Oh, let me ask real quick before I die. Retroactively, since I wasn't here last week, did at any time anybody do a short rest for an hour?
Let me
Don't
think
know
I
if
here.
think we were just prepping to take a short rest at the end of last week.
I mean, if Gan was out here on his own just with Lionel, I mean, you would have had enough time to short rest while we were in there.
That too.
Because I noticed I'm at 19 hit points. That's a DM call. Would there have been enough time to short rest? I only have one hit die anyway.
Let's see.
Oh, you would have reset before the last one because it was overnight.
Oh, was it?
You should be back to normal or back to full.
That's right. Yeah, because before we even went in, we had rested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Okay.
Yep.
So I can hit
Yep.
long rest.
Yep.
And then I gain half my hit die back, which brings me up to 2.
Dun, 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 dun. Boom, boom, boom. Dun, boom, boom.
And then I just used rage, so that lowers that. Okay. I'm good to go.
Okay, so they went, you went. All right, so this guy, seeing as you tried to hit him in the back, he turns back to you and goes, "So you're with them then? Die." And he has this like spear. He has like some nice armor, quote unquote nice, and the shield. So we're gonna do his spear. And it's almost like as he's turning back around, he's drawing his weapon and sort of doing a wide swing at you. And a 16 would hit. And it catches you in the side for... That right? 6.
Yeah.
Hit, raise a d6 3, 2d8. If you use the two
All right,
hand.
so that would be a 5.5. It rolls down
Actually,
to 5 damage. No.
So it would be... Okay, I see what it did.
D6 plus D8 plus 3.
Should just be a d6 plus 3. So I think the d8 is it calculating if it's versatile, right? If damage you use with two hands, make a melee
two-handed
attack.
would be a 1d8, right? One-handed
Yeah.
is a 1d6.
Yeah.
It's
And
8 damage, not 11. Right? Or no, it's 9
6,
damage.
9. Yeah, it'd be 9.
All right, so 4. Well, that's embarrassing. I was talking a big game. I was threatening the goblins not to go anywhere, and then a guy who couldn't see me dodges my attack. And it was a pretty good swing, because I gotta... if I use Greatsword Mastery, I have to roll flat d20s. So that means... Okay.
He not
Yeah.
only dodged your attack, he spun around and stabbed you.
Like it wasn't so distracting that it would have been like an advantage roll because he's very aware that you're there and sort of a threat.
Yeah. Well, I
This
did
guy-
Reckless Attack to give myself advantage.
This guy might be a badass.
Maybe,
I just
maybe
mean
not.
I can't use Greatsword on it, or Mastery on him. Otherwise, I'll never hit him.
And so your deal was have it be a 1v1.
Yeah.
All right, Lionel's keeping an eye on the goblins then. Unless
Which,
you
if
make
it
some
looks
kind
like
of...
I'm not gonna win, then eventually I'm gonna be like, never mind, Lionel, fuck him up.
So he's just watching everything because I mean this is also sort of a little bit engraved in Lionel's personality as well.
Yeah.
So if you designate that there's going to be a 1v1, he's going to respect that. Until the day that you corrupt him and make him not respect that, I guess. The goblins aren't going to do anything because they are effectively scared. So it's back to you.
All right, we're just gonna swap licks in. Same thing. I'm gonna Reckless Attack, but this time I'm not gonna use the big boy thing. Fucking I should have used it. No, no. Ah. Well, it is what it is, I guess. Fuck.
Oh boy.
All right, 16 damage. This is far and away from like the 30s I was, rolling before, right? I was like, what are the chances I'm gonna roll a 16 or higher, right?
Love to see it. Okay, all right. So yeah, you strike into him, clear through his like metal armor, probably knocking a few like
Ooh, I forgot. I have extra damage.
uh,
Zealot, right? Divine Fury. The first target I attack each round gets dealt 1d6 plus half my barbarian, so 1 necrotic damage. 6 plus 1. That's an
7
extra
more.
an extra 7 necrotic damage. Oh, would
So-
that crit? Can that crit when you have multipliers?
Let's see. We've usually been just doing the weapon, like the damage dice roll doubled, and then adding
Fair.
everything afterwards. Ow.
The machine would have done it for me if it was capable, if I would have added it in right. I didn't add it in right, so 7's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean that's still a lot of damage. Oh, tonight is
I gotta
kicking in.
read to
Hate it.
make sure I don't get anything off Great Weapon Mastery. On your turn, if you score a crit with a melee, then you can make another one as a bonus action. So that means I get to go again.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, 14.
Unfortunately,
second
that
one
won't.
misses.
Yeah.
All right, so I swoop, and this guy was like, he was still aware, right? It wasn't like he was totally blind, and he ducked out of the way of the sword immediately, like pivots, jabs me with his little spear, and then it's on, right? And just kind of, I don't ever do like a screaming kind of barbarian roll. I just more like seethe, like I just narrow my eyes into like slits, almost snake-like, right? And I just like get this really focused breathing, and there's like a heaving of the chest a little bit, and maybe a gritting of the teeth. And then I'm gonna try again and just like come in kind of like down, like going upwards at an angle, like diagonally, right? Just kind of like a little slash upwards. And as you see that, there's that little purple smoke kind of stuff, the necrotic energies that kind of like course like all the way down my hand and through the blade itself, just to deal that extra, just to look cool.
Not even for damage. That was all cool damage. That was the necrotic damage.
Yeah, it's just cool damage. It's from the cigarettes. That's his source.
Secondhand smoke burns. All right.
How does
Still
this guy
pretty good.
look after that hit?
He looks pretty. He looks a little bloody there. You've
Okay.
knocked off chunks of his armor. You've cut into some skin a little bit. There's like kind of blood dripping down the side of his mouth.
Ooh. I feel like Gan has almost like a shark-like personality when he sees that vulnerability, right? That moment of like, oh, I just hurt you. It like that's all he can think about, and he gets tunnel visioned, and it's almost like obsessive, right? And so now he's grinning instead of just like seething.
Yeah, there's blood in the
He
water
really
kind
likes
of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So he gets taken aback by your incredible feats of strength, but that does not dissuade him from continuing to try and murder you. And at this point, he grips the spear in both hands and just tries to jab it into your gut. Let's see if he can. Gut stab.
I hate to interrupt here. I
Mhm.
just won $50
Who?
on a lottery ticket. Oh fuck yeah! I won $50. Sorry,
Really?
continue.
That's like 2 bags of chips.
Where's Lucas? I gotta share with him.
Hey, that's a day and a half of groceries right there.
So he attempts to stat jab at you, and maybe there's a little bit of that blood that gets into his eye. Like there's you hit him so hard that maybe there's like a blood trail that's kind of getting into from his head down, like in movies how it's just like like they're hurting but they're not aware of it, and it kind of gets in his eyes and he can't see very well, and the spear just kind of goes right between your arm and your like torso, like he just jabs in between.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea that as that happens, and I'm kind of like moved a little, like I'm shifting to the left a little bit, and then I want to bring my elbow in to catch the spear, and then just kind of let it go and let it deflect off, right? Like the heft of it, not the pointy end, like the shaft.
Which it is your
Really
turn
cool.
because Lionel's watching. Goblins are terrified.
All right, so now I'm gonna do the thing that I shouldn't do statistically, right? Uh, and I'm just gonna do the great sword mastery again. That means
Disarm and stab him with his own spear.
I
Got it now.
have to roll a 16 or higher on a d20. I can't be lower than a 15 or it doesn't work. Oh,
That would land. It does work.
29 damage.
Let's see, 29. He had 22. So feel free to describe how you finish him off.
I want to like, as you know, I had just did the thing with the spear where it's kind of like I'm just kind of toying with him, and then I look at the goblins. I want to make eye contact with like the front row, right? And then just one swoop, and you can still see like the necrotic kind of purple, dark black kind of energies going off this sword, right? I just want to cut his fucking head off so that it rolls towards them.
So, yeah, his head just gets lopped off like, a hot knife through butter. And
Poochie,
Yeah?
have you ever seen Highlander?
No.
oh, yeah.
I imagine
True.
that's kind of the vibe there. So in Highlander, they have to decapitate each other to be immortal, and they like do it, and then they stand in like hero pose with their sword in the air over the headless corpse.
Ooh, yeah. We'll do that.
And the head flies through the air like in slow motion and lands on the ground and just rolls. And this is like, it's staring these goblins directly in their little goblin faces. And that effectively ends combat because they weren't gonna be fighting nobody
All right.
with that
And
intimidate.
the body, I guess, kind of like knelt down a little bit when the head came off. It's kind of collapsing, and I just do like a little kick to make sure it like rolls in the grass a little bit. And I'm gonna be like, well, so much for the reign of Big Steve, huh? I'm just gonna wipe my sword off on the orc's clothes. Does he shit? Fuck it. Does he got any money or anything?
You search the body.
Yeah, I did make a I was like, because he was like, we take what we want. And I was like, yeah, me too. What do you got on you? And that's what kind of set it off. So I want to, follow up on that comment and just steal whatever he's got, if it's
He has
anything good.
So he has obviously a spear.
Nah.
He has ring mail, a shield, kind of ratty apparel. And he has, as this particular guy, he is in the D12. Roll me a D12.
All right. 11.
He had basically a combination of copper, gold, and silver, but effectively 11 gold worth.
Where did I get money?
What do
Sorry,
you
I just
just
looked
loot
at
this
my
guy?
currency.
I mean, you do have like a starting gold too.
What's the ring mail? Is there a compendium? I could probably just Google it.
Here, I could just do
Ring
this.
mail 5e. Oh,
There you go.
You also got some gold from when we cleared the first cave because
oh.
we had the gold, so we did a divvy up between the party.
We did?
You get, yeah,
Shit.
everybody got some.
How much money do we get?
I don't remember anymore.
It's on your character sheet.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like,
we all
I
added
think
it.
it's like 8 gold each or something like
I've
that.
had
Something
0
like that.
gold since day one. Dang.
Yeah, we'll give yourself like 8 gold because everybody would have gotten some. I can't
Heck yeah.
remember how much it actually like the total was, but
I started with 5 and I gave it away to somebody, and that's the last I had of it.
now you
I'll
get to
take
go buy
the
some
ring
next.
mail. I'm not gonna wear it because I don't think I have a proficiency. I think I can only do medium. But someone sell it. Fuck it. We'll bring it back to that goblin who likes collecting things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good way to get in his good books.
Yeah.
And
All right, so I want to talk to these goblins and be like, so you can follow me if you want. I mean, it only took me 2 tries to cut this guy's head off. I don't think you'd ever lose a fight ever again. Just saying. Or you could do your own thing.
and need to talk to second boss, other boss.
You want me to talk to the other boss?
Then they kind of look at each other, and there's a little bit of like that fear dissipates as the wheels in their little goblin heads start turning, and you probably get the give me an insight.
You'd ask the other boss's name, you might be surprised.
Oh. 18.
There's a little bit of nefarious, just a little bit of deviancy in like the looks in their faces, like, other boss. Yeah, like they're plotting something, or maybe they're like trying to formulate some kind of a plan. Because you're just like, well, if you follow me, I killed this guy in 2 hits, so, and they're just like, this guy could be, it's kind of like that. But your passive perception is 11. Give me a perception check. Oh yeah, you notice it. So one of the goblins has hold on, I gotta get my notes here. A piece of clothing that you recognize. Where is that particular notepad? This one? Not that one. It is a piece of clothing from... There it is. So there's like this little hoodie that one of them has on, and it kind of looks a little familiar to you. Like it kind of looks like Dung's clothing, and one of them has like the satchel Dung would have. Yeah.
I'm gonna point it out. Where'd you get that?
So what? And you're just like,
Actual, all the stuff that Dung had, yeah.
second boss, give.
I think I know your second boss. All right, he can keep leadership. He's a good guy. I know him.
Is Dung one of the other booyogs?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys have found Whip.
Yeah, we found Whip. I could only remember Whip's name. I didn't remember the other 2.
I was really expecting it to just be another guy named Steve, but
Dung and Fodder.
Oh yeah. I expected the second boss to be the bugbear that we just killed, and they were headed into the cave that we're in.
also named Steve.
Also named Steve.
Yeah, all the goblins are named Steve. And all the leaderships of the goblins have been Big Steve. The only ones that haven't been a Steve have been, your booyogs.
Yeah, I'll mention that. I'll say that belonged to a goblin named Dung, who used to follow me around a couple months ago.
Oh, so you knew Big Boss, big boss, big
Yeah.
boss.
I'm your second boss's boss. So how did you guys think this guy was strong? He went down so fast. I feel like if I had to fight even just one of you, it would last longer than what he did. So I want to know what he did to earn this position. And you should never, ever follow someone named Steve. It just doesn't make sense. Historically, if you read any history book, there's never been a kingdom ruled by Steve. There's never been a great lich named Steve. There's not a Steve the Dragon. Steve is somebody you laugh at, you don't follow. So from now on, just put that in your head. If you ever meet somebody named Steve, just fucking kill him.
I'm just thinking of Steve the Dragon now. It sounds so goofy.
Okay, big boss.
I mean, what if his name was like Blood Spear or something? right? I'd follow a blood spear. I wouldn't follow Steve.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. Steve dumb. We all
What are we
renamed.
doing now? We wanna take. Wait, are you all named Steve?
They all nod simultaneously.
Somebody did that as a joke to you. You got to change those names. Not right now. We don't have time. But when you get like a minute of like setting up camp or whatever, or if you want to come take over this cave with me, just kind of decide amongst yourselves what qualities you have that would serve as a good fun name.
Hmm. Every single one of their cog wheels in their brains are churning at maximum capacity. Almost, you can almost see steam rising from their heads in the rain from them trying to think too hard.
I'm just gonna point to shit as we're walking back to the cave. Rock, that's a better name than Steve. Bush, that's a better name than Steve. Tree, it's a way fucking better name than Steve. Like everything I see to help them, because I'm not super creative either. I just didn't like that guy. I guess we all go into the cave with our new goblin army.
Do you run
Alright.
into Whip and his army leaving the cave?
Yep, because they were already heading out. So, as you're leaving the cave with this army of goblins, or going into the cave with this army of goblins, there's a smaller group, but a familiar Booyog leading them. And he's on his way out.
All right. Does he notice me?
Oh, yeah.
How many goblins do we have to gather until we just beat the game?
2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13.
This is definitely reincarnated as a slime now.
Booyah.
We've got namings happening. We got a town full of goblins and Gabe's naming them all. Oh.
They grow more powerful.
They're gonna go. All,
yeah, wait till they become
hobgoblins.
hobgoblins.
they're gonna be real tall and be hobgoblins next. That's hilarious.
So he sees you and he goes, "Ah, big boss. Booyah."
And I'm gonna plug my thumb towards the goblin army behind me. Be like, oh, so you got one of these too?
He nods. Booyah. Booyah, big boss now.
Yeah. Like, Whip, I don't know what went wrong that you would follow someone named Steve. Really disappointed in you.
Lots of Steves. Lots of big Steves.
We kill all the big Steves.
Oh.
Where's Dung?
Other goblin, other gobos.
All right. Do you wanna take lead of all these and maybe help them get new names? Oh, have you been stealing from fucking town?
Uh-oh.
He
That's
kind
mad.
of rubs the back of his neck. I should say, you know him well enough, so I'd say you don't really have to do an insight, because I wouldn't imagine he would be he definitely wouldn't act like that. But you get the feeling that, yeah, probably. There's a good chance.
All right. Well, I live there, so don't fucking do it again.
Wasn't me. It was that guy. And he points to one of the random goblins standing next to him.
All right, bring him out.
Pushes him forward.
Put his hands on a rock.
Oh, he does so. Booyahogs have no
This is what
sense of
happens when you steal from Gan's town. And I want to cut his
Babyloning a goblin.
So his hands just flop right off, and he screams in pain and falls unconscious because,
I'm gonna kind of
shock
grin
is
a
a
little
thing.
bit and be like, I like how the hands still move a little bit after they're severed. They don't tell you that, but it's just the nerves. It'll die down in a second.
So it was both hands or just one?
We'll just take one. We're feeling merciful today, right? This is what a good character would do. I'm
All right.
teaching them to obey the law. That's a good thing.
Oh, definitely.
Or else.
Like,
And
be lucky it's just his hand. Did you see the guy outside? He didn't get out of my way. I took his head off.
because he's big boss.
Yep.
Was.
So you guys can live out here. You can take over whatever caves you want. I don't care. Make a good life for yourselves. Don't steal from town again. Also, have you seen a guard? We're looking for a guard.
Yeah, he right there. And he points in the cave, and there's a human, like kind of still trying to put on some armor. And you could tell he's a guard because there's like the insignia of Del Ruth on like his breastplate,
I'm gonna shout at him.
basically.
Hey, what are you doing? Taking a vacation in here? Everybody's looking for you.
They they knocked me out and they dragged me in here.
Who knocked you out? These guys?
No,
I'm gonna
the-
point
the-
to the goblins.
Of course not, never. The big one's in there. That your group had dealt with. Yeah.
Oh. All right. Hey, Goblin Army. Do you think you could escort this guy back to town? And I believe there's a reward. Make sure nobody touches it. That's mine.
Okay. You're the
And I'll
boss.
just the one that I've been, kind of like in charge of for 10 seconds and be like, you just listen to Whip, do whatever he says, and get new names.
Yes, boss.
I'm gonna give him like a little thumbs up because you gotta have positive reinforcement when you're rearing goblins, right? And negative reinforcement, right? If they do good things, I give them like a nod of the head or a thumbs up. If they do bad things, we physically abuse them.
And take a hand.
Yeah, it teaches them right from wrong, ultimately.
Yeah, because Whip totally learned wrong. Pointing at the other goblin saying he did it.
Bad idea. Terrible idea.
So,
And then I guess I'll scurry further into the cave and disappear from the scene.
into the cave. Ooh. I had to switch the scene. There. And these guys are basically like right there, just kind of heading out. That's when you came across them. So, what's everybody else doing as we kind of pan the camera over to the crew that felled the situation? I know Alistair was gonna be looking for something.
My torch disappeared.
It shouldn't have.
I've highlighted myself and I can see where I've been, but I cannot see light around me. Oh,
Weird.
there it goes.
On my end, I
It's
see
back.
it. Yeah.
I just had to move. Yeah, I'm just searching this cave or searching this armory for
Stuff.
stuff. Also, the one that says new text, I don't know why I didn't save it. That's where all the scrap cloth and junk is.
Okay, I was wondering why that was there. Like, maybe
I
that's
wrote
just a reminder.
scrap for glorb on it, but it didn't save it. But
All right, give me
yeah,
a
that's all I'm doing.
perception. And remember, you always have guidance.
Sure. We'll go ahead and do that too. I got a 22.
Hey, that's one better. So you peruse through the armory, and there's just kind of like piles of. I mean, for the most part, it's also like the other one, where the other one was like small tools, maybe like hammers and nails, and like just rusty old shit that's been sitting in the rain for too long and has just gotten really shitty, like cloth and all that kind of stuff. This is also kind of the same thing, but a little more on the heavier side of things, like metal, rusty old metal, kind of heavier tools, maybe shovels and rakes, and maybe just sort of you just get to feel that maybe there's a lot of like a pitchfork, that there's stuff that was taken from the town and brought in here.
So not like an actual armory.
No,
Just
but
things
since
that
you're
aren't complete scrap.
yeah, but I remember you were aiming to check out that
Yeah,
little
back
area,
here. Yes.
and with a 21.
How do you go between two squares?
Shift.
Shift.
So you move and then you hold shift. Yeah, like when you release. That's how I do it. Sorry. Notes. 21 in armory. That is room there. So just kind of going through everything. There's also a bunch of townsfolk stolen goods here, like rakes and pitchforks, and I don't know, maybe some like cutlery, like a butcher's knife and stuff. Just kind of sort of mundane things. However, amidst the pile of rubbish, somewhat, maybe like in a little bit of, like right here. Gotta just make sure I got my camera control. There's like a small crack in the wall, and you just barely notice it, just barely, and it's probably just because your torchlight kind of gives well, I'm having a hard time with words. Let me hydrate.
It casts like a slight shadow or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm having a hard time finding words tonight.
That's fine with me.
Okay. So yeah, just like a crack in the wall. And if you were EM doing this, and I would say you hear I don't know, a Zelda sound for finding mystery door or something.
Na, 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 na.
I thought that was a different one.
Thing.
Like doo 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 doo.
Oh yeah, there's that one too. Yeah. Doodle-doodle-doodle. That's for that's the mystery. The one that we did was the treasure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The one, yeah, you're talking about the puzzle one.
The mystery one almost sounds like Duck Hunt a little bit, right? Doo 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 doo. That's where my mind went. Anyway, sorry.
I don't know if I remember Duck Hunt that way.
So what are you
I just
doing with
remember
this
it kinda
information,
shot.
It's
Alistair?
been so long. I think I have Duck Hunt actually sitting on the shelf. I'll have to check.
You have to plug it in one day. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna investigate this crack and reach my hand in, see if I see anything or feel anything.
You don't see anything because it's just barely noticeable. And it's not really wide enough to like see through because it's as a crack like this. You might be able to like reach into it and kind of feel around, but it's not a perfect slit into the stone either. So
Okay, but it is big enough for me to get my hand in.
yeah.
Okay, I'll reach into it.
Debating us putting our bodies in into creepy places. Third one. One time they're gonna get chopped off.
Just shove Vald into this crack since we forced him to go into all the small little creepy holes.
Into the hole with you. So give me an investigation. Is it kind of
Come on.
feeling around in there?
Big money. And
Your hand your hand catches on something. It feels rough to the touch. It feels cold. But it feels metallic.
it's a snail.
A metallic snail.
Yes.
Sure.
Leave it alone. You don't want to break it down.
All right. What's it feel like besides that?
I mean, that's kind of all you can ascertain from it. So think of it like, and this is kind of one of the things that I think about a lot ever since we did this in my classes. So one of the experiments that we did was they would put an item in a bag, and then they'd have us like reach in and feel around and be like trying to identify what it is without looking at it. And it was really interesting how if you didn't have context of what was in there, you weren't really sure what it was. And it was just, I don't know, it was really fascinating to have that happen. But with investigation 17, it feels like about the size of probably the size of your head.
But it feels metallic and cold.
Yeah, like cold metal and like really rough to the touch, like really rough.
So not like a weapon or like jewelry or anything. Too big for that.
Well, I mean, you know, I mean, it could
I mean,
be.
yeah.
A lot of weapons could be the size of your head.
What shape is it?
It is spherical.
Rough and cold. Um, like an orb.
Orb-esque. It's rounded.
Pulled out. Yeah.
Oh, there's one unfortunate circumstance. The crack is not wide enough for it to be pulled out.
I'm gonna set it back down and smack the crack.
This might take you a while. So, Vold, what are you doing?
Long mile.
I'm gonna enjoy watching him try to fish
All right.
out a something bigger than the crack is wide.
I'm gonna flip my axe around and hit it with the back of it like a hammer.
All right. So, we'll get to pan the camera to the others. So, Iam, Kalia, Willow, what are y'all doing? Kind of still in that particular room.
Yeah, I wanted to do a closer search of this cave, or this room of the cave.
Okie dokie. Because I don't think you did before. Yep, nope,
Well-
there's a bunch of dead bodies. They had stuff on them.
Can I keep looking as like try and get closer to certain areas and roll again to keep looking in certain areas, or is that kind of all I get?
Oh, this was just sort of because this is just you perusing the whole cave, this whole like
Yeah.
section. More of a
So
scene roll than a individual square.
Okay. So if I wanted to look for like hidden compartment or like compartments in this specific area over here.
8 would be applying to that.
Okay.
You find none.
Dang it. All right.
So Iam, Willow, what are y'all's doing?
I just chilling.
I'm
Alright.
trying to take a closer look at this area that I'm in up here. Because it seemed like we sensed something over here yesterday, but no one made any rolls that were worth anything.
Sure, give me a perception check as you are perusing the cave walls in the area, and the darkness is effectively gone now, so I can get rid of that. Hey, 15, that's the highest anybody's gotten in this room.
You know.
Because, you know, there was something that somebody thought was like in the well, I believe it was. I can ping it.
Yeah, it was like
There we go.
right like here around.
There he is. Somewhere in here. So you managed to locate a loose stone, which is very difficult to spot because there's a lot of stone in here, and a lot of loose stone in here. But there's one that seems, you know, intentionally placed. Like that stone is way too flat, and against that part, and that's way too perfect. That looks like somebody put that there on purpose.
Okay, so I can actually see which stone it is. This isn't like my one crappy spell that just lets me know there's something weird in the general vicinity, but I don't know where it
There
is.
are traps again.
There are traps somewhere within 1 mile radius of you. Good luck.
You can point out that someone's about to get fucked, but you don't know by what or where. Okay. All right. Well, I should probably be more cautious, but I'm going to go pick up the rock.
You move the rock, and there is a little like opening under it, like a box. Like this rock was sort of serving as a box top, just
Like a
covering
crack?
something.
That you can stick your hand in.
A lot more manufactured than a crack.
I'm sensing a theme of creepy holes.
My crack's better than yours.
Oh,
So,
dang it.
all right. Can I see anything in it from here,
Oh,
or
yeah.
is it like how deep is it?
It's
Like,
just
I
the
can
size of
see it?
like a jewelry box, basai
Okay.
to which it
Well, I
looks
look
like
in. What do I see?
a jewelry box.
Oh, I thought you meant the rock was like the top, so it would be open now that I moved the stone.
Yeah,
That
so
there's a whole jewelry box in there.
Yeah, so think of like you
Okay.
move the rock and there's like this little like divot in the floor where somebody kind of stashed something in it and put the rock over it.
Mhm.
How's it going, ghouls?
Okay. Well, I want to reach in and take it out. I want to look at it a little closer.
And it is this
Oh.
nice little red, like ornate, like red and gold jewelry box that looks like it's way too nice to be in a cave like this and way too elegant to be something that any goblin or hobgoblin or Steve or Big Steve should have any purpose owning.
Especially Steve's. Okay. So I'm going to take it with me and try to find party members to share this with.
Oh, there's Ian
Okay.
right there. You just walked past him.
Oh.
What's up?
Okay. Oh, so someone has a little bit of a hidey hole back there, and you know what I did find? I found
Okay.
this box. Now, for me, this seems not a very Steve-like box. What do you think?
That is definitely very fancy.
I'm
It's,
unsure if I should open it since we had a magical disappearing grumpy person attacking us the other day, and this seemed very close to where he was at. I don't know
yeah,
if
we
it might have a
we-
trap or something else.
yeah, we came across a cursed book not too long ago as well, so I don't know. I'd probably ask everyone before we get to opening anything, but it's very
Ooh.
nice though.
Does anyone specify in the spoopy things that I could go and ask to look at it?
Oh gosh, Callie is pretty good at that stuff. I think. I don't know, Val maybe. They're all pretty magical. I don't know.
Also, Lucas, I did a thing for you.
A
What
magical
did you
bunch.
do?
Off we go.
I did that.
Oh hell
What a-
yeah!
Miranda.
Thank you.
So it's a
So how
character
do I,
sheet. So it's just
Character sheet, okay.
yeah, it's just named Dark Eam.
Cool. Thank you.
And I
also,
gave it some
thank you,
stats, the
Alistair.
armor, and some of that other stuff. But yeah, the important stuff.
Awesome.
Callia,
Hey,
I
what'd you
found
find?
this box. I found this box, and it does not seem like a very Stevie box. So I asked who would be the best person to bring it to, and you were the first name they said, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So here I am.
You
What do you
asked.
think?
You asked
Lovely.
who? Owlet who? Alan who?
Oh,
Well, that is a really cool looking box. And yeah, you're right. That has way too much style for Steve.
it was very near the disappearing man.
Oh, okay. So
He's
I
in a
could see
hole in the
maybe the
floor, and he didn't
Nulberry.
disappear the box. So
Hmm, that is very suspicious. So would I do like an Arcana roll, or what would I roll to get more info or investigation?
So I guess the question is, what are you trying to figure out? If it's trapped, if it, like it just if it's trapped or something?
Probably first to see if it's trapped, and then next to see if it has any characteristics that really
Oh.
stand out.
I mean, this is one time where the detect trap, if you can narrow it down really well, I mean, that it actually might work in that sense, right?
It still wouldn't tell you exactly where, which is why that spell sucks.
I guess, yeah, true.
It's like I'm holding a trap in my hand. Oh, it's this trap somewhere.
Just don't keep
Might be a
it 'cause
trap behind me. It's not even the box, but it'll tell me there's a trap.
you're accidentally just carrying around traps everywhere you stand.
Woo.
Well, and so like out of character, like I'm just not familiar
Blurb is not playing
enough with the
sounds.
system yet to know
What?
would you guys recommend? Like if you can educate me as an out of character player
We check
for a
something.
minute. Like would this be normally something where I would like, or I guess what are some good options?
Blurb
So,
is
like,
not working.
Arcana would be good in my
Damn it.
opinion, just because then you're gonna be able to detect if it's like magic in
That
a
sucks.
sense, or you could do like history, because then you could also, if you remember seeing something like that, and
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else has any.
And I'm going to say Arcana because it might also reveal if there's any different writing or symbols on it or anything else that you might recognize.
Okay. Well, let's start with, strangely enough, I don't have like
yeah, I
detect
think
trap.
Blurb is
Is that something I should
not working
have?
right now.
I mean, like automatically, is that something I should have
No,
like
that's
would have had?
No,
Okay.
that's
that would
something.
be my shitty spell. So,
Oh.
so you're good.
Well, then Alaska will be like, I wonder, did it seem like it was trapped, or was it in an area where you had to get by anything?
Well, it was just rather hard to find. It was under a rock, looked very much like all of the other rocks, but slightly not rocky. And so I moved it, and it was in a hole in the ground. But as I said, it was very near the person who made himself disappear during our fight. So a little worrisome that he might do something else with this box if it was so close to where he was at.
True. Well, I think first let's see if it's got any suspicious markings or writing on it.
Written on the wall.
Whether or not I would know that with an 11, I don't know.
Nothing looks suspicious. Just
Okay.
too elegant of a box to be in a cave.
And I'm
It's just
curious
suspicious on
maybe
its own.
if this had looked familiar to me at all, which I really need to probably boost these guys up a bit more. Hey,
It does not look familiar to you.
okay. But at least I'm sure, I'm pretty sure it doesn't look familiar to me, so that's helpful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Just
look at you,
contextual,
Willow,
even
and
a
be like,
19 would be like,
no, I think we
if
should just open it. What do you think?
eh.
I do like investigating things, looking at new things, finding new things, documenting new things. It would be great.
All right. Well, and I'm gonna just take another closer look at it to look and see like what kind of mechanisms there might be, or
just
like
a
if it's
basic looking
or
lock.
okay. Um, would I need to roll investigation, or can I just open it?
I mean, if you try and open it, it's locked.
Oh, well, I do have thieves' tools.
You also have a bunch of dead guys.
Oh, true. But the guy who was closest to it is no longer here. But I guess first I'm gonna try and pick the lock, and then we can. Well, I guess we probably should go find a key. So, well, you probably hear me talking to myself and just kind of mumbling, be like, "Well, I kind of just want to open it, but maybe we should go find a key." Uh, hmm.
Oh,
And I'm gonna look at you and be
okay.
like, "Should we go look for a key? We should probably go look for a key. That might
Ooh,
be
yes.
the better thing to do."
Scavenger hunt. That would be great.
Is there any
'Cause
way
I'm
I could look at it to see if there's any like religious markings or anything like that, or anything like
sure you
that I would
you take a
recognize?
look. You take a look. We're gonna go look at these or through these guys' pockets for a key.
All right, sounds good to me. Is that cool cubed?
Yep.
Would I just roll a religion?
Yeah, we
Yep.
gave him the box. Off we go.
When he crits it, let's go, baby.
So you got it's still a -1. That's funny. So give me a sec. I got to pull this note. So right now, just so you know, I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 different notepads. I got to sift through.
It work.
Da, da, da.
This
So
seems very ornate, you know.
yeah. But while I bring that up, I'll pan the camera over to Gan as he's sort of in the cave entrance, trying to give everybody some camera time here, and also gives me time to get the notes on this, which I might have put it in the wrong pad. Ah, where is it? Fuck. Oh, Gan's muted.
Hmm.
Was
No
muted.
longer muted. Don't know if I'm on the map.
You should be, yes. Oh, because your token's hidden. That's why. I was like, why don't you not? Oh, there you go. Because your token was on the GM layer while you were outside.
Yeah, okay. Also it's dark and I have human eyes.
Perfect. So
Uh
same effect.
Okay.
I guess I'd like to light a torch. This is why secretly every time they go in a cave, I'm gonna be like, I'll just stay outside until I get impatient because I can't see and I feel uncomfortable not being able to see. And then I look at the torch and I feel like that's a weakness if other people can see in the dark and I can't, and I'm just like, I don't want to show weakness, right? Damn these human eyes.
Oh, there it is. Jeez, I'd make terrible notes for myself. Oh yeah, torch. Let me give you some torchlight. Token, light. Torch is 20. I always forget if it's 20 or 30, 30. I think it's 2020.
Yeah.
20.
I gotta look it up every time. Torch 5e 2020. You were right. No, 2040. 20 bright, 40 dim.
That
Interesting.
makes sense. So, 40 dim. That should work. So with your the religion, it is a very familiar religion to you, or at least one that you know of. Let me get an image for you. Da-da-da-da-da. There it is. And I am putting it in the Discord for you. This is a religion based around well, and suddenly that is not the right one.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. Yeah,
It's got
we'll get back to
Majora's
that.
mask on it.
What's up?
It's got Majora's mask on it.
Yeah.
That's dope. Right, no rush. Just whenever you get it, you can just remind me what it does.
Yeah. Thought I had it, and that is the wrong information. The joys of notepads and wordpads, and yeah. I'll DM it to you. Just keep things moving.
Sounds good.
But it's very familiar. That's the image. Da-da.
So, based off the familiarity that I have with it, would I know that these, whatever it is, would they like what could this be? Is there any like idea of what I think it could be, or?
Essentially, like worshipping. You know, some dark gods.
would I think that it is like cursed or it's magic, or it's just maybe like some really fancy jewelry that could be magic or something
Oh,
like
you
that.
opened the box? Because I thought you were just
No,
investigating
no.
the
I don't have
outside.
I don't have a key or anything. I'm just trying to base it off of my religion roll, like what
There it
I
is.
know about the religion, when I know that they like this was probably just stolen from them and it's really important, or like that kind of thing.
So yeah, so you would definitely know that it being here, it was probably stolen, and somehow transport from point A to point B, all the way to here, because things get taken, smuggled, sold, and sometimes caravans en route get ambushed. Any number of things.
You found it on the back of a truck, all right?
Yeah, it fell off the back of a truck.
All right, cool. I just wanted to kind of know what I could tell everyone else.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, whatever you choose to tell them, but essentially, the worship of dark deities that are essentially against false hope, kind of thing. Like a the anti-hero deity.
Cool. I like that.
Which falls in line with you and Darkian. Yeah.
All right.
Good thing I had my backup notes on that. All right. So who's doing what? What we got?
I was just gonna run up to them. I'm assuming they're searching for the keys, right? So
Mhm.
All right. So you're looting bodies. If you're specifically looking for keys, you don't have to look very hard because you do find a key on the harder of the three hobgoblins, the big Steve, the
Oh,
one that
hey.
almost murdered the shit out of Whip.
Be like, hey, this Steve had the key.
Ooh, Steve squared for the win.
I'm gonna hand it to Willow. You found it. You get to do the honors if you'd like.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
and
you.
I'll
So,
hand.
what
put
do
the
you think of
box-
our new box here?
So I definitely recognize a lot of the symbols on it now that I'm looking over it some more. It's, essentially a religious group that prays to a certain form of God, and it's hard to really tell too much about it. I mean, I think it's going to be safe, but it's definitely not meant to be here, and it's been stolen. I don't know how it got here, but
Hmm, I bet someone misses it a lot. They should have just pummeled them like I did. All right, I'm going to open it. I take the key and put it in. Hopefully, it fits.
It fits. Huzzah! But do you turn
Whoopee!
it and open it?
I just stick it in there and let it sit. Yeah, let it steep. No, I turn it and I open it.
that's
All
called
right.
soaking.
So the box opens. Click. Or I should say it unlocks. And I'm guessing you're going to open it as opposed to dramatically pausing for every action.
I whip it open, and what do I see?
You see two masks inside. Two separate masks. They are not. It's not like one mask broken in two, but two separate. One is sort of, they're both made of like this oaken, like oak wood, and it doesn't look like it's really polished. It kind of looks somewhat a little primitive, I guess, in a sense. And the other one looks a little more finely tuned, as it were. Like, it's got polish on it. It looks a little bit nicer, but they both seem to have symbols of these like moons on them, and they're two different directions. Like one is like a full moon facing like opening left, and one's like a full moon opening to the right.
Okay. I hand the box to Ian, and are either of these gods you recognize? You said they were gods that they were worshiping, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'll take a look. Is there anything I learn more from my religion check, or do you want me to like roll in history or something to see if I recognize these?
Let's see. Given your history with this kind of
I
experience,
imagine. I was gonna say. I imagine I might just recognize them. So
there is something a little different. Give me a religion, because this is a little bit different.
no whammies. Oh, that's some chance, I guess.
So so from what you know from your initial investigation of the box, right? You're like, oh, this is this particular religion. I keep wanting to say Majora, but it's like no copyright. But the masks inside indicate somebody else or something else. Like these are
Do they look
not
like
in
Melora's
relation
mask?
to this religion.
Oh,
Because I kind of was gonna ask you like, what do you want to what do we want to name this? Not Majora.
I just said Melora. Very creative. Unfortunately,
Erojum.
all I can tell you right now, Willow, is that these don't really belong with each other, but it's interesting.
Oh, maybe stolen twice?
So, and if I pick it up and investigate one of them a little bit,
Yeah, you look at them. I mean, I figured that's probably what you were doing with the
Magic.
religion check.
yeah. Oh, okay. I wanted to do like magic check, but that's chill too. All right, yeah. I'll hand it back and I'll be like, unfortunately, at this point, I don't know much more. Gan might be able to help you.
It's a little bit of Majora, but
Familiar though.
I've taken creative liberties, so.
Well, again,
Hey,
seem to have found a silly box with two very odd masks. Ian says that you might have some insight on them. Would you like to take a look?
I still have like fresh blood splattered on me, right? And I just nod. Yeah, all right, I'll look at it. By the way, there was an orc and 18 goblins coming to flank you. I took care of them.
Ooh, awful kind of you.
Yeah,
And
one of your crazy stories again, huh, Gan? There are 18
It's-
goblins. Sure, dude.
you can ask Liam. He saw the whole thing.
Liam?
Lionel?
Lionel.
Or are you
got-
renaming your friend?
Oh,
Oh,
You're
I
like,
definitely
"Yeah,
believe you.
I don't like Lionel. You're calling you Liam.
This guy's just having weird dreams.
Oh, he was
look at the thing.
merging the two together.
All right, who's got the thing?
Willow has the box with the mask.
I hand it to Gan.
This is a religion check to kind of see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, all that stuff that I learned, I just verbatim. But
Yeah, so essentially the box was of a religion that Ian recognizes, but the masks inside, not so much.
yeah,
Got anything about it?
So at 12,
anyone
Not
have guidance?
really.
Oh, no one near us though.
Yeah, it looks
But-
like something to be used at like a masquerade ball. You know, like what your people used to do, Ian. Before we
Yeah.
accidentally destroyed the courtyard and all the nobles.
Yeah, accidentally. Fucking asshole.
I didn't want to destroy it. I wanted to take it over. I wasn't the one who did the damage.
Hey Willow, you mind if I try one of these bad boys on?
Ooh, go for it. I'm sure you'll look quite dashing. Here you go.
All right, this might be a really bad idea.
Mhm.
I'll just pick one of them up and.
the light
Are
one
you-
or the darker one?
Are we going
Oh, there's
vintage
a
or
light and a
new?
dark one.
One that's polished.
Yeah.
The light one. I'll pick up the light.
So you pick it up and you put it on.
Yes, sir.
Give me a wisdom saving throw. Good luck.
God damn it.
Ooh.
I'll be honest, I felt like I was being pushed towards listening like two masks. I recognized it. It's things from my old area. A light and a dark one.
I never said anything that I didn't take creative liberties over. This particular thing, though. You are lucky as fuck.
Is it 15?
So you put the mask on, and just for a moment, I mean, what feels like maybe like 10 minutes for you is really just a blink of an eye for everybody else. But you put this on, and the entirety of this cave surrounding, like the light that, you know, torches might be emanating, your own vision starts to fade, and it's like the shadows begin to creep in and surround you to a point where you can only really see like right next to you kind of thing. And in the darkness, there is just out of nowhere a pair of piercing blue eyes just float in the darkness. And they seem to be there's intelligence behind this gaze as this just watches you.
Just shout out, hello?
Your voice
Anyone?
echoes, and there's just silence.
It's just like, I'm pitch black, right? I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Just kind of start trying to reach around and just continue being like, hello? Because all I remember is there a second ago. Now I'm in this locked room, or this darkness. And can you guys hear me? Hello? Yelling out for kind of help.
You start to hear this sort of guttural chuckle.
Who is that? Hello? Where am I?
And in the darkness,
Oh, as
Yes.
I hear that, I also want to put my hand on my sword because it sounds very scary.
a face forms. It is canine or lupin? Canine in nature. And it seems to be wearing the same mask, like the same mask that's in the box, like the one you didn't put on. And it stares at you with like this cunning and this this intimidation and like cunning, this thought process that is almost alien and foreign to you. And a maw just slowly opens with this bluish hue in its mouth. And I'm sure some of you might recognize this.
Dun, 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 dun. I locked in the Shadow Realm now? Is this like Yu-Gi-Oh?
And this just mask floating in darkness, it's encircled, it just circles you, just watching you. There's no response. There's just this very low guttural laughter.
I just read what Keith said in the Discord chat, and that was really funny. Majora's Mask, Malora's Visor. Anyway, I'll just be like, what am I doing here? What's happened? Are you gonna respond to me or hello?
I do not need to respond to pray.
Hey, what do you mean pray? What am I doing here? Oh boy.
But because
my-
of your save, you
Oh, shit.
snap out of it.
I thought that all was happening even with the save. Fuck. I thought it was still done for. I'll just kind of shake my head off and be like, did you guys see anything?
What did we see from outside of it? Just him putting on the mask?
Well, yeah, well,
Just
yes, you definitely saw. You looked quite nice.
just as quickly as he
Right.
put on the mask, he took it off.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd take it off and then I'll look around and be like, what went somewhere. I don't know. It was just pure darkness, but there was some form of creature there, I guess, and they didn't tell me what they were or what they wanted from me. All that they said was I was basically prey. And now I'm back here. I don't know how else to explain it.
Seems
And
he
I'll just like
feels a boost of confidence and fanfare since putting it on. He did look quite nice. Make sure to compliment him. Compliment him.
I appreciate the compliments, but I don't think I'm gonna put that back on for now.
That was definitely very spooky.
And then we go and sell it to the closest merchant for $10.
Be like, that just looks so nice on you. Why don't you have it?
Anyone want to try the other one?
I'm just gonna look at you and kind of side eye a bit, be like, that seems like almost like a booyog idea. So I'm gonna say no.
I mean, there's
Ooh,
two of them.
don't you
The other
have
one,
more of those that you could use?
What,
yeah, but I
booyogs?
don't know if I
Your,
trust them.
your booyog things.
Yeah, but if I'm wondering, had you mentioned to us if you recognized, like, or what you had recognized religion wise, or did you just
Oh,
have that knowledge in your
yeah.
head? Okay,
No,
so
yeah.
well, I'm gonna mention out that be like, well, if that was something that you recognized from like maybe some dark gods, then I don't know, is there a temple around that we could maybe go speak to somebody who might be more knowledgeable? Maybe go talk to our kind of standing guild mistress.
Yeah, we could definitely ask her if she knows anything for sure.
Because if there is a way to safely utilize these, that would be pretty awesome. Because as Willow said, it did look mighty striking on you.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Ooh.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Speaking of resident religion, how about we pan the camera over to the dude sticking his arm in a wall?
It's cut off now.
No, that's a goblin for stealing. So Alistair and
Don't be
Vault.
dramatic.
Seems like Valda's having a very hard time because he disconnected again.
Yep, look at that. Alistair?
I wonder if it crashed again.
I
Look
was
at
talking. I didn't realize my Discord was muted.
I think it's
Jeez.
crashed like 5 times.
So what are you doing, Alistair?
Did I get it open?
So I would, let's see. So roll me a athletics, because you're just mining with a thing that's not for mining. It's not the best at mining, but you know just where to hit. You're probably gonna destroy the axe in the process, but you will be able to chisel away enough stone to, you know, drag out whatever this thing is.
I'll just pick up another hand axe in this room up here. Okay. I'll reach in and grab it then.
You pull forth a very, 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 very rusty looking helmet.
What's up with all this rust? I'm gonna point to Val. Like, what's up with all this rusty shit hidden everywhere?
I mean, if it's gotten squirreled away and then not used for a while, that actually kind of makes sense to be metal in a damp cave.
I mean, um, I, after pointing it out to Val, I'm just gonna put it on.
Roll for tetanus. No.
All right.
So let's see. You are a medium creature. Yeah. So it fits. It's not comfortable, but it fits. You basically have a rusty bucket on your head.
No, I don't notice anything. I don't feel anything.
It feels cold and it feels like you're getting rust in your fur.
I don't have fur.
Weren't you a furball?
Yeah, they're just large people.
in your very
Oh, I was
furry
thinking of
beard.
bugbear. Okay, I was thinking
Critical
of
Role
bugbear.
thing made everybody think Fearbolgs are cow people, and,
Okay.
and historically, they're Scottish Highlanders, mythologically speaking, just giants from the Highlands of
I don't know
Scotland.
why I was thinking bugbear. Well,
So I
that's
don't
fine.
understand. Yeah, I don't understand the whole bovine thing.
He's just a big ginger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, it's a Irish myth.
Yeah, they're just
Cool.
giant Highlanders.
I'm gonna say to him, "Do you think that'll protect you from a hit in the head?"
I'm gonna flick it on the rust and be like, probably not.
Do you think the rust can clean up?
I have faith Glorb can do anything.
So you'll have a
Bet.
fancy pee bucket.
I bet Glurp will enjoy the challenge, if nothing else.
And I guess we'll go. Do I see anything else in this room? This little room I'm in?
I
Nope.
mean, that was about it. That was the most interesting thing.
Well, then I guess we'll just move on back in here with my pee bucket, and I'll gather up. How much more can I carry? 200 and no, 187 pounds. I'm gonna get 187 pounds worth of crap out of this room. Try and find another hand axe.
Not much of an armory.
It is if you're a goblin and anything's considered a weapon.
But Glorb can break down all the metal and wood and cloth and leathers that I find, though. So he might be able to turn it into useful things. So I'm going to increase the weight of my scrap for Glorb.
And this is how we prevent Spicy from gathering all the explosive barrels. We give him scrap that's useful for town.
I'll if we found explosive barrels, I would throw away all the scrap for Glorb.
All right. So for the most part, you guys can just sort of reconvene.
What happens if I go over my carry weight? I move at like half speed, right?
Yeah, encumbrance starts kicking in. That's like so. If you're encumbered, you are encumbrance. Gotta make sure this is if you excess weighs encumbered, which means your speed reduction, heavily encumbered, even more reduction, disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws. Basically, all the shitty stuff.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I've just got 262 pounds of junk for Glorb. And I'm ready to go when everybody else is. So I guess I'll just wait at the big entrance for everybody to get ready. Still wearing my rusty piss bucket.
All right. So it sounds like reconvening. So where y'all? What's the plan?
I'm gonna say, "Did you find anything good?" Because we didn't.
Yeah, actually, Willa found a really cool jewelry box with some spooky masks in it.
Yeah,
Spindle
you
and
were
master.
quite dapper, but he
Yeah.
didn't seem to like it very much. He said he met a not too friendly friend.
I mean, the mask was cool and all, but I don't know what's happening with it. I don't know if it's a curse or what it
Well,
is. But
maybe you need Darkium to put it on so you can see what you look like in it.
it's actually
That
not
seems
a
like a
bad point.
booyah idea right there, but one I really want to try.
Was it 2 masks or just 1?
It was 2.
Ooh, and one of them was dark and one was light, which seems
Well, then
oddly coincidental.
Put have the dark one and you wear the light one.
That's what I tried on the light one, and like fucking.
Well, then
You gotta do it at the
have,
same time.
or they need to be opposite.
You guys are putting fun ideas into my head, and I don't know how to think about that.
I mean, we could put the mask on him for a moment and then we hold on to it and pull it off of him after like a moment. Because he didn't, how long, or okay, out of character, how long did he have it on? Like, how long do we see him wearing it? Was it like a,
It was like he put it on and took it off for you.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like if he saw something, why don't we hold the mask and put it on him and then we pull it off? So if something starts happening, maybe we can pull him out of it.
The Darkium?
With
Are we putting
2
the
people.
light mask on Darkium and the dark mask on me?
Sure.
I don't know. You can try them either both ways.
I mean, hey, you know what? Hold on. Think about this for a second. I'm into it. There's a 50-50 shot. So. All right. You guys promise you're gonna take these off, right?
Yes.
Or we'll hold them on.
No.
That'd be kind of fun.
That's not. Wait, am I
Cross
trying
the feathers,
opposite
it'll
masks
come
or
off.
the same masks or opposite masks?
I'd leave that up to your gut instincts.
I think
well,
I just
opposite
want to see what
masks.
happens.
Typically,
Let's do
opposites end up canceling out certain aspects, so maybe that would end up bringing a little more magic into it.
That's a fair point. All right. Well, so normal Yim will pick up the dark one, and dark Yim will pick up the light one. And then they'll just look at each other. And they'll count down, but obviously it's the same person, so it's just perfectly timed. And then, all right, guys, wish me luck. And put them on.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Pray you roll high again.
This is for a different reason.
Uh-oh. It was 15. April the 13th.
Turn that on. You put on the masks, and nothing happens.
No, nothing happened, guys. Just
Do it the
some
other way
masks
around.
on. What the? Yes, fair point. Nothing happened.
Because this
We'll
time you're
swap.
wearing the dark mask, right? And
Yeah,
Darkium.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. Well, here goes nothing, I guess. Same thing. Swap the masks and then toss them on.
And still, nothing happens.
What if you put one on the front
Yeah.
and one on the back?
What?
Both masks.
Oh.
On,
Double?
like
Wear
one on-
one
two
forward,
masks?
wear one on the back of your head.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, you guys are just trying to make me get hurt. All right, let's. Nothing happened again, so let's test
Okay.
one more thing. Maybe if only one of us wears it at once. So I'll look at Darkium and I'll be like, "You put your mask on," and then yeah, obviously Darkium will put the mask on.
Still, nothing happens.
Cool, I guess.
I think he's doing it wrong. I want to snatch the mask off of him and be like, "You got to put it on tight," and then I'm just gonna smash it into my own
Just be
head.
like, you just have to ask. So you can wear. You can try it on, man. Jeez. Which one do you want? The dark one or the light one?
Whatever dark EM had, that's the one I snagged, and I'm just like,
You
"Mm,
just-
you
so
gotta
you
put on a mask."
The dark one because we just traded back. No,
Alright,
you got
I'll
the
take the
light
dark
one because we just traded back.
All right, but I'll have the light. Whichever one he was wearing.
No, wait, you got the no. It would have been the light one.
So who's putting what on?
Gan is putting on the light mask.
Oh, that one's easy. Nothing happens.
The hell?
It's just a mask. This
Try this one.
Oh wait,
A
wait,
trait.
wait. You said light one. Sorry,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I got that flipped. Because the first one you put on was the light one, right?
That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to do. Yeah, so I put on because we swapped we
Swift.
we swapped it. So I had the dark one on, and Dark Aim had the light one on, and then we swapped, trying to do it again, and then we swapped again just for him to put on the light one on by himself. But then yeah,
Oh, okay.
and then
Gan, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Gan took it.
all right, all right, all
I was getting
right.
stuff mixed up.
Saving throw. I have -1. Six.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Nothing happens.
All right.
Okay.
Oh. Huh.
And same answer. Yeah, this does nothing. I'm just gonna pick it up and like I'm gonna haphazardly like
Hey.
toss it towards you.
Catch it out of the air. Be like, come on, man! What the heck? These are pretty cool masks, even if they don't do anything. Willow, you're finders keepers, so here you go. And I'll hand
Well,
back
thank
both
you.
the masks.
I'll keep them safe until we get to this woman you wanted to show it to. I didn't catch who she was, but you said she seemed
Yeah.
knowledgeable.
It's still not a
Oh,
bad
the
idea to ask her for sure.
guild mistress? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, acting
I
guild
mean,
mistress.
that
Ooh.
chest alone has got to be worth a pretty penny. It's
But
very
seeing
fancy.
those masks, I think Glorb should make you a matching set for you and Dark Game
Mm-hmm.
for when you're
What an,
fighting.
Yeah, I would
what an
definitely.
adventurous group for you all to have a mistress together. Alistair,
Oh,
did you
we like
find
to
new
have- we
fashion
like to
as
have
well?
fun.
I'm just gonna knock on the helmet and be like, "Yep."
Is it welded to your head? It seems
No.
quite fit.
I feel like if I move, it might fall apart. Actually,
Ooh, not the best armor then. Maybe you should trade with that knight. He doesn't seem to need any good armor since he doesn't do his job.
I want his armor, but
Oh, I
ran-
sent him home with the goblins.
Oh, what a waste of good armor.
I'm gonna pull out the armor that I took. I was like, here, I took this off of their leader, Big Steve. I'll toss it to whoever was wanting armor.
Alistair.
I need armor, but it's heavy, and I cannot wear that right now.
Well, beggars
Oh
can't
yeah,
be
you're
choosers.
carrying
Put it
you're
on.
carrying a bunch of shit, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look over at Alistair, like seeing you carrying this like obnoxious amount of weight, and be like, I can take a little bit of that, you know?
I do
Well,
the opposite. I'm throwing extra weight at him. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not.
How about 3? What? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not gonna back down
Okay.
again, so I'm gonna just be encumbered.
Oh no! I'll just secretly. I'll be like, did you guys wait? Did you guys see that move over there at the front? That's a
The ring
deception
mail?
roll against. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna steal some of it while he's not looking.
I'm 30 pounds over now.
No, I'm stealing 40 pounds worth.
All right.
Unless you want to roll against my deception. I told you to look over there, basically.
Cubed, I have 222 pounds worth of junk on me.
And,
All right.
I-
You're temporarily
take-
unkillable because those are god numbers. Not just kidding. I say you're temporarily unkillable for exactly 3 seconds and it's gone. Well, that's a waste.
You know what doesn't make sense to me?
40 pounds of junk.
This ring mail is 14 AC, heavy armor. My scale mail is 14 AC, medium armor, but my scale mail weighs 5 pounds more than the ring mail.
Oh, that's crazy because I really need some medium armor.
You can do heavy.
What can I? I thought
Fighters
max
get
is
heavy.
Yeah, you can wear heavy.
And all they have
I
is
kept
light
thinking you were a
too.
ranger. Yeah, no, yeah, that heavy mail you
Yeah.
could have worn.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah,
I
but-
just trade you the 40 pounds of junk for the 40 pounds of ring mail back?
Well, isn't ring mail better for you?
It has the
Or
same
it's
AC.
just the same. It's the same
Except
shit. Oh, okay.
yeah, it's the
Okay.
exact same thing, except it's 5 pounds lighter. But I'm not proficient with heavy armor yet.
Am I proficient with heavy?
Yeah, as a fighter, you are. Yeah, so you get full proficiency with it. I get disadvantage in it, but I want to either take the feat for heavy armor or I'm going to take a level in paladin.
Okay. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it for now then. Yeah, and then if you get proficiency in it, then we can always just trade back. I'll take the medium armor you have. You get the heavy one. Because either they're both the same for me, right? So
Yeah, so that will give you 14.
3 AC from
Yeah.
that, which means my AC is 19.
Yeah, because I have 17 with my shield and my scale mail right now. But if I get a breastplate, I think I'll go up to 19 as well.
All right, so you're giving him which armor?
The ring
The-
mail.
Ring
The
mail.
ring mail, the stuff that Keith had.
So ring mail. There it is.
Now I'm not too worried about my low HP.
So if you were to put the ring mail on, your AC would be
19, right?
so heavy armor is a flat number. So heavy armor
Well-
doesn't let you add your dexterity. So your
So
AC
it's-
would be basically the same.
Well, it says leather armor, 11 AC, and then
Yeah.
the
Plus
heavy armor
dex
would be
mod,
14.
where
Yeah,
your heavy armor is 14 with no dex mod.
And
Correct.
disadvantage
Oh,
on
but then
stealth.
would the medium armor be with dex mod still? I think
Usually
that's what we're
caps it
talking
at like
about.
2 on medium armor.
Yeah, so maybe that's why I was okay.
And then light, I
Hey.
don't think of it as
So-
a cap.
so if you were to put the ring mail on, your total AC would be
Mhm.
16, because that's including your shield.
Yeah.
And if you kept the leather armor on right now, because your dex is 16, you're currently at 16. Yeah, because 3 and then...
What if I put medium leather on, or medium armor on?
Actually, I think it should be 15. Let's see here. So it's 11.
Hell, now you're taking
dex?
away my armor?
I'm just making sure the math is right.
Yeah, it says it on here. It says +3 dex, +2 shield.
Yeah, because the 11 from the leather. You're right. Yeah. So
That's what I was
basically, your
saying,
AC
so-
would be the same. So when you
Okay,
get
well, then I'll-
better, heavier armor, that's when it would pay off.
Very beneficial.
Yeah, like if
This
you
is
have
like the
full
weakest of the
plate-
heavy armors.
Yeah, if you're using full plate right now, it's like a 18 or something like that base
I'd be
stat.
like juiced. Oh, okay. I'd be
Yeah.
Juiced. Okay. Well, either way, then I still take whatever 40 pounds you want me to take. I take it.
Now, the downside with let's see, like if you use plate,
It takes forever to on and doff it for one.
full plate is
Expensive as well.
1,500 gold, but it's 18 AC. But it takes you like 30 minutes to put it on and like 20 minutes to take it off. But it weighs 65 pounds by itself. That's the thing you got to watch out for.
Fair play. All right. Well, yeah, I'll just take whatever 40 pounds then. That's not worth it. So I'll take that if you don't want it right now, and I'll add in that 40 pounds. But yeah.
If you want to just carry the ring mail, we can just also give it to Glorb.
Sounds good.
That works for me.
All right. So what's the plan? You tried some masks on. You traded some equipment.
So
Did
shall we
you-
go see your mistress? Or did you guys have more lost guards to find?
I think seeing the mistress is probably a good idea. Yeah, we'll
Did
just
you
start heading
explore
in.
the whole cave though?
Yeah, we did, and I'm tired of caves.
I
I
hate
can't
caves, too.
believe
I can't see shit.
been through so many caves.
Oh yeah, Gan doesn't have dark vision, so he's just wandering around blind, right?
No, I
Here's a
got a
torch.
torch
Get a
lit,
torch.
Good torture.
Yeah.
but I look real grumpy about having to use it.
I would imagine, especially since Billiam can see in the dark. Oh, just one more
Twice.
thing. Yes, over you.
All right, I'm just gonna move the goblins to the GM layer because they've left already.
Where's Lionel?
He's still outside the cave.
Oh, he just blends. Oh, yeah, sorry. He always blends in because he doesn't have like a full outline.
I'll move them there and then move them back from. No. And hide them. Oh, no, just one at a time. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, that's fine. Bald. Yeah, 1,
Would
2,
we
3,
see
4,
the
5.
single dead body out here?
Yep.
I'll just I'll walk up to begin and be like, yeah, 18 goblins, right? And it looks like there's just one guy sitting here. Dead. I mean, yeah, he
he
killed
was-
one guy. That's cool.
No, he was in charge of the 18 goblins, and then I got them to work for me. And they are escorting the goblin or the guard back to town, and then they're gonna leave us the reward.
Yeah, all right, man. I guess we'll see, right? 18 goblins escorting a guard to town. A fairy tale. What the
Lionel, tell them about the 18 goblins.
It was 18.
See, everybody knows Lionel doesn't lie.
Everybody also knows minotaurs can't cast past how many fingers they have. They don't even have any fingers, so
Pretty sure they got 3 fingers on each end.
don't they have
So 6
hooves?
goblins then?
So 6 goblins max.
It was 18 goblins, and I just
I'm
stared
sure
at
it
them,
was.
and they
Yep.
were quivering.
Yep.
I just look really disgruntled right now. And you know what? I'm gonna throw that torch on the ground and stomp it out, and then just keep walking.
To be thoughtful and be like, well, I mean, I've seen how goblins react to you, Gan, so honestly, that tracks.
Thank
I mean,
you.
I wouldn't be surprised if you ended up with a whole new horde of goblins following you around.
If there's 18 goblins back at the village that protected the guard all the way there, then I'll.
There's gonna be more than that. We met Whip, and he had his own platoon too. Isn't that crazy? He was coming out of the
Crazy.
cave.
Well, I saw. Yeah, we saw Whip. That makes sense. See, this is the only part making sense.
Gan, you would have been so proud of Whip. He fought with us, and
Did
he
he?
was pretty booyog.
They were following somebody named Big Steve.
Yeah,
Oh.
apparently all their bosses are Steve, and all of them are called Steve. It's
Yeah.
very helpful.
Well, they're all getting new names now. We talked about it. They decided that's best for the troop. You know.
We
Whip
also found
actually
out.
ran straight towards battle in the most brave and stupid fashion. Came out on top. Quite impressive.
We also found out that Big Steve wasn't the toughest guy in the cave. There
Yeah,
was
not
some
even
other
close.
guy that he ended up dealing a little damage and then disappearing.
Oh
It
yeah, that
was-
troll guy.
Much
It was
tougher.
Steve, but with like a PH.
Even
PSH Teve.
is that the
Steve.
the? Oh man, I'm thinking about that old
Stefan.
dog meme
I
now.
was thinking Stefan from Urkel.
Yeah, he was a kobold or something, wasn't he?
A knoll.
Noel.
No.
Knoll.
Did you kill him?
No, he went invisible and disappeared before we could.
But he had a pretty
Taking
killer slice. He was able to slash across the room.
Well,
Hmm.
that orc that was outside was like 10 times stronger than that guy, I'm sure. And I cut him down in a single stroke.
I will say, the gnoll that disappeared, can't say that he didn't have manners. Anytime someone approached him, he did warn them.
That is very true.
I want to insight check Keith's saying that he killed it in one stroke.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm telling the truth, so.
Oh, okay.
right.
Are you though? I don't think you are.
Okay,
I'll keep
one
it
and a
to
half.
myself. I'll keep it to myself, but I know he's
mean-
fibbing. I know when he's fibbing.
You
I'm
see,
gonna
I
kind
have.
of be. I'm gonna have a half smirk and be like, "Well, if one hit did kill him, then technically it was a one-hit kill."
Yeah, exactly. And you can see I have a puncture wound where I was stabbed with a spear. So
By the way, do you want somebody to heal that for you? That looks uncomfortable.
I was thinking about, like, just now thinking about that fight scene Gan had. I was thinking, like, cinematically, like, it stabbed into him and Gan just, like, held the spear there while he still cut him with the fucking sword.
yeah,
could see
I
that.
crit right after that.
Is this still raining?
It is.
I'm gonna grab some of the dankest mud and just slap it right on his side.
Oh man.
You'll be fine. Rub some dirt in it, tough guy.
I'm gonna do the same thing, but I want to do it like as a melee attack.
You're gonna just fling mud back at me.
I want to
Great
have the
weapon.
mud in my hand and just slap it as hard as I can on his side.
Great
Not for
weapon
damage,
mud
but just,
attack.
I just wanted to make a noise and like have a little push.
Yeah, don't touch me. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you guys have exited the cave. It is still raining.
I definitely am semi-noticeable of like, oh, that hurt.
You'll be all right. Did you find out why all the rain's been happening?
No.
Did you find out that the
There would-
goblins were stealing?
Yes, we did find out they were stealing. They were trying to steal from us. They
said they're not going to
also-
do that anymore.
We didn't notice any other than the I guess the box of
I guess I can move
masks.
them off
I
the board.
didn't really notice any
Get them out of the
big
way.
magic usage or teleportation of any kind, other than the guy disappearing. But that could have just been invisibility.
And we wouldn't know if he teleported or not. Once he turned invisible, we wouldn't know what he did after that.
So
Right.
yeah, I'm not sure if this is magic based or just terrible luck with weather.
So, to my understanding, you guys are going to loop around to where the other cave used to be?
Yeah.
It's over here, right?
Yep.
I got too much stuff on me. We're gonna go into another cave.
Uh-oh, game was paused.
The game paused while I was already moving, though.
I know. Oh, I know.
I feel like we wouldn't be this spread out. I was just
I know.
trying to be helpful with the tokens.
So about after you cross the little bit of water there. Yeah. So when you cross this water, you start. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out who would technically have been the first one to cross the water.
It would have been following with the group.
It
So
probably would have been Gan, because Alistair's kind of encumbered. Yeah, it probably would have been Gan that gets to make the check first.
I'm not encumbered. I can hold 0.1 pound.
And Gan can hold a lot more than that. And he's not carrying anything.
I think I can hold another 140, something like that. I don't know.
And if
I'll grab a
I mean,
like a 3-ounce stone, and say, "Hey, can you
170.
spare me to Alistair?"
I mean, if anything, I'd probably say Gant anyway, because Alistair, being as heavy as he is, he's still walking through mud and loose soil. So, yeah, suck it, Trebek. Narrative. Again, feel free to give me a perception check.
You also, if you're carrying a ton of stuff, you probably wouldn't want to be the lead person.
Oh, very true.
Right.
14. Okay. So one thing you notice is the clouds above you. They're definitely getting real gloomy. Real gloomy. More so than before. You know, like it's not cloudy, it's rainy. It hasn't been like super crazy heavy rain. It's just been this consistent, you know, pretty steady, somewhat light rain, but the clouds seem to be accumulating and just getting darker and darker. And when you cross this threshold, as it were, there is a very faint light that dances between the trees ahead of you, and it just kind of disappears. Like you kind of saw it there, and it just kind of wisped away. Anywho, continue. And I guess, yeah, because I figured Gan would
Where
notice that.
was the light from?
You originally saw it there, and it just kind of zipped away.
Yeah, zipped like fairy zipped,
Yeah.
like okay,
I said what I said very
like a
specifically.
willow wisp almost.
I mean, I don't know if Gan would know anything about that. But very wispy. Anywho, do with that information as you will. I'm pretty sure the party's not too far behind. Game is unpaused. Be where you wish.
I'll be a team player for like the first time ever, and I'll just point forward and be like, "There was a weird light up there."
Just like the 18 goblins.
All right, I'm just gonna keep going. Goblins. Like, now I'm gonna walk towards the light, is making as much noise as I can, just stomping through. I'm never gonna do anything for the party ever.
Wow. Ruined. Ruined.
That was
Oh.
gonna be character development right there. And shared information with everybody.
I mean, technically, he did share it.
Mm-hmm. And then immediately regretted it.
This is why we can't have nice things.
But when you step there, dancing lights flutter and dance around you.
All right, I'm gonna
Excited.
swat at 'em.
Okay.
Say, stop. Buzz off.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Ian will run up and be like, "Oh,
Ooh.
wait!
Ooh.
We're gonna do catch them in a jar and drink them later.
Ooh.
No, I mean I was just teasing around about there actually was lights."
I'm
Wait,
going
wait.
to speak in Sylvan, be like, friends, wait.
Ooh.
Do they respond to me talking in Sylvan at all?
They do not.
Can I sense if they're Sylvan or?
You do not have any means of acquiring that information.
I had something from being from Fellwild.
Fey Lost?
Or Feylost. Feywild connection.
See here. A feature.
But they would
Recognizing
have
it's here.
to.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they're not
I do have
Fey.
Feywild connection, but they would have to be inclined to
Yup.
come over to us. So
And again, it's like buzz off, and they just kind of
like,
flicker
okay,
and
fine.
basically buzzed off.
And like, Gan, we could have talked to them.
Why?
Well, why not? We don't know if they're normal around here or not. They could have led to something cool. Maybe some even more cool stuff for you. Now we'll never know. And I'm gonna give him a really sarcastic look. I'll be like, but oh fine, whatever.
To be fair, I kind of hate fairies and pixies and sprites and anything that glows.
I mean, that sounds like a personal problem to me, but you do you.
Yeah, it is a personal problem. That's why I shoot him away. I'm gonna cut my eyes at Eam because he was the one that had the fairy.
Sorry.
Hey, listen.
Okay. Okay. I think he's kind of just jealous at this
They just
point.
follow you around, giving the same advice every hour or so.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't have finished a lot of my missions without that fairy. So,
Yeah, but the missions were against me typically.
well, like, when I beat you most of the time, so I guess I owe that a lot to the fairy. Maybe
Yep.
again, jealousy.
And I owe it my resentment. I think that's fair. All right, where's the cave at?
It's a little bit a ways from here, just in this direction, kind of like, the cave that you were at was, the upper left of the map, but imagine like there's a lot more distance instead of me having to have like a 700 by 700 size map kind of thing. Just kind of truncated a little bit.
Just hop
Wow,
jump
we've
and
been
skip
walking
away from
for
the
a
other cave.
long
Look at that.
time.
I could see the other cave from here. What do you mean?
You can't even see
I'm
in the
teasing.
dark, tough guy.
Yeah.
No, it lined perfectly.
And basically, I mean, since you guys know exactly where you're going, you're able to get to where you recall the cave used to be, or the other one, I should say. And where it was, it's just forest. It's not a crater. It's not a clearing. It's not anything awkward or out of the ordinary. It's just another part, another piece of the forest that's been there. Which is totally weird, probably, considering you're definitely sure this is where it was.
Well, I thought you guys said we were going to see a cave.
There was one here.
Oh, is this one of the disappearing ones you guys told me about?
Apparently, it did disappear, as
Apparently.
rumors told us.
Are you sure your little floating light friends didn't do something with it?
I'd like to take a closer look.
Oh, see, were we not going back to this cave to see if the goblins were still there? But then we found out the goblins were like chilling and safe.
Well, we also wanted to check out and see if the cave was still there.
Yeah.
It was
No,
kind of
I
a
was
dual
just,
thing, yeah.
yeah. No, I was just trying to remember one of the reasons.
Yeah.
There is
So-
no cave.
Do we see, or do I see any, like any other things, like any disturbed earth or weird symbols or
19.
stuff?
You see both of those.
Hmm.
There is, let's see, at the 19 at the cave location. Yes. So you see that, just like you saw before, Gan pointing out the 3 rocks and the stuff written. There it is again, but much larger. Because before it was like, maybe it takes up a 5-foot square. You kind of could stand in it. This one's like 20 feet wide, and there's a lot more rocks, but it still maintains the general composition as the last one you saw, just on a larger scale.
I'm gonna call over to the group and be like, guys, I found another fairy circle or something. Maybe I'm gonna avoid trying to say fairy actually. Like another collection of this rock warning. Does it have the same symbols as before?
Yep. The same
Where's
warning has been issued.
Where's it pointing?
Well, it's triangular, so at least 3 different directions.
Okay. Well, can we see like which directions it's pointing? Or like if I'm standing like where I can read the text, what is the direction that would be ahead of me?
North
Or
still.
is it north? Okay.
I mean, if you're drawing conclusions, I guess.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought
Well,
about
like,
that
you know.
the first time we came across it because Cube was like, "Oh, it's a triangle," and we were like, "We should follow it." I was like,
And then we
"It's a
found the spooky
triangle."
thing.
I know, but like, how? It's a triangle though. It's not pointing
Yeah,
in
but
one direction.
if it's got symbols in it that are designed to be read from a particular side, right?
Oh,
So
from
if you
the
have to
triangle.
stand at a
You'd
flat
have to be
side.
facing a certain
I get
direction
you.
in order to read
Yeah.
it head on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that is my assumption for this one, because we did find, and not necessarily that it was the right direction that it was intended to be, but we did find something spooky. So I'm thinking that this might also be guiding us to, or at least pointing out something real spooky. And the fact that it's huge makes me kind of wonder about what's going on.
And the
Do the,
following, yeah.
I mean, we could. Does
Can
anybody
I
need to
read
take a
Okay.
it?
break?
Move him
It's
there.
Sylvan, right? Same as before,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Sylvan?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, I can't read it. But what do I notice with a 22%?
So you're looking around, looking at the ground, you're looking at everything, and the adventurer's folly is most of the time you don't look up. But this time you do.
Oh.
And there is... It's kind of hard to really make out because it is raining and a lot of rain gets in your eyes, and it's like trying to look at the sky while it's raining, right? So you see just sort of the clouds have formed even more so than before, a little more gloomy, and it kind of seems like there might be a particular cloud just like following you. Because the wind is blowing one direction, and this cloud is kind of, it seems like it's going against the wind as you guys are moving.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to nudge the two beside me and point up at it.
I'm going to slowly look up, be like, huh. Does it look like it's floating over him, or does it look like it's floating over the stones directly?
It looks like it's floating over the party.
Oh, goody.
That doesn't look great.
I'm going to motion to Gan, point it out to him.
Just on a whim, I'm going to look up at it and just say, like, I thought I told you to get out of here. Just assuming it's the same, like, lights as before somehow.
Yeah, go and get.
Start throwing rocks at it.
Yeah, not everything needs to be attacked,
I'm not attacking it. I'm telling it to get out of the way.
Throwing rocks at it.
To which when you say basically go and get those 3
stop!
sparkly
Enough!
things.
Please. It's written in Sylvan. How do they not understand Sylvan?
They just kind of surround Alistair. And they dance. Very excitable dance.
I'm going to dance with them. Let's
Start
see
breaking
how
it
well
down.
I can dance. Poorly.
Unfortunate.
I'm dancing as well. Hold on.
Hold on.
No
I got give me a chance to
whammies.
dance.
Gan refuses.
Give me a second to dance. Oh, I'm dancing real good.
You sure are. You're putting the moves out there. And man, your dance is so enticing. These little like orbs of light start getting even more charged. And you know that cloud that's above your head?
Mm-hmm.
Alistair, I need you to make me a dexterity save.
Uh-oh.
No.
Sorry, Alistair.
I did not
I was
appease
too good at
the dance
dancing.
gods.
I made them more powerful. Another. Nah, nice.
Okay. Only half.
They get struck by lightning.
That's
Yep.
what I'm assuming as well. Yep.
Oh, is
I-
my
I-
false life still active from earlier? How's that? How long does that last?
Um,
1 hour.
Probably more like this one.
Oh no.
so half, so 6 points of lightning or I was getting mixed up. Thunder damage because lightning is just light. Um,
No, it'd be lightning. Thunder can't hit
thunder
the ground.
is it?
Lightning
Wait.
hits the ground.
Whatever.
Yeah, lightning.
I
hits
always
the
get them
ground,
mixed up.
sorry.
My brain don't work.
You're good, you're
Um,
good, you're good.
Lightning.
Lightning
I think
damage.
the thunder damage is sound damage in here.
Yeah,
Something.
thunder damage. Your ears. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
it's
It's an
both.
eardrum
Your ears
explosion.
are bleeding. Yeah, your ears are bleeding.
It is like right over your head.
So everybody's. I mean, the two of you start dancing, and these three like little orbs just start to dance too. And it's almost like they dance so hard that little sparks start jolting off of them, and then at that point, the cloud above you just, and you get zapped. Whether or not you know it's because of them or just unfortunate, luck and carrying all this scrap metal.
I'm gonna knock it off. I'm gonna shoot it into the cloud.
What the hell?
Ah, you cut that out. I didn't do anything to you.
Oh, you hit the cloud. Oh no, our servers go down now. You destroyed the interwebs. And nothing really happens. You just fire an arrow in attempt. Let's see, what's the range on this thing? 300 up to 320. Yeah, you just fire an arrow into the cloud. Hey, knock it off.
One of the goblins dies in the village randomly. Out of nowhere.
Well,
If it were in that
dancing
one, maybe.
made them more excitable.
I
So
keep
what if
dancing.
I'm
we
guessing.
do something to get the opposite effect? And maybe the rain will subside.
Can I try to do a really sad dance?
I just did, apparently.
Oh yeah. The worse you do it, the oh, that might be it. Actually, that could be good. Let's see what happens.
So you dance so bad that this one just starts to flutter away.
No, wait. I try again, but I try to do a really good, bad, sad
I
dance.
try to do a really good, bad, sad dance.
Yeah.
I'm
For
gonna
fun.
also,
You
I'm gonna also
Interpretive
try.
dance of sadness.
Right. I
As an
also would like
opposite
to
rain
try
dance.
and dance.
Alistair, I'm gonna
See
need you
how
to
I
make
go.
another dexterity
Oh.
save.
Oh no.
It's just, I like how we're interpretive dancing now, like trying to convey. Oh shit.
3d6.
Oh shit. What happened with
So-
Callia's dance? She hit a 7.
I did.
Well, this
She-
was this was in
I'm
response to Ian, so I'm just kind of going
Oh.
down the list of the dancings.
Oh, okay. You're lucky you didn't dance before.
So 9 halved. So 4 more lightning damage for Alistair. As y'all are dancing the night away.
Okay. So
I'm looking
maybe
rough.
if they're dancing, maybe they need music. Does anybody know how to play any
I'm
instruments?
looking for an instrument. One second. Nothing.
So what's Willow think of all this? Like you're standing right next to somebody who's constantly getting tased by the sky. This is definitely something that you've never seen before in all of your mycological research.
So I'm definitely watching inquisitively and was actually curious if possibly my nature knowledge might come into handy here.
I mean, you can always try.
Doesn't hurt.
It can hurt.
It can't hurt,
Alice-
apparently. But not me, so it's fine. No, just kidding.
Nice
So-
roll.
You've heard of. I mean, you've heard of like thunderstorms and whatnot.
I should've-
These things
You heard
seem.
thunderstorms.
You get a feeling that these things are somehow manipulating.
It's like a trap skull.
It kind of seems like these things are sort of manipulating this specific cloud to just do what it's doing. But it seems like these particular creatures, you're not really sure what they are. They are definitely not naturally occurring in the sense of what you know is nature.
Okay.
It was a 20. I'll give you something because your research and kind of you being, a spore druid, these things are undead. But only
Uh-oh.
you know this.
Uh-oh.
The wisps.
The light balls.
Yeah.
Can we try to coax them to surround Gan
The dance
instead?
controlled light balls.
Oopsie.
You know, I don't
My-
think I've ever seen anybody try to dance with the undead before.
The what?
But like
Oh.
undead. No wonder they didn't want to answer.
I'll just stop.
Well,
dancing
You're all out there
immediately.
playing and dancing with the undead. I don't think I've ever seen anybody react so positively to them before. It's kind of refreshing. I mean,
I mean,
not as refreshing for Alistair, it seems, but refreshing all the same.
I'm gonna hold back my anger at these. I danced with these things.
I'm gonna dance again.
I'll
21.
never dance again.
There. That's a what I look like probably dancing, and I ended up sliding on the mud. That seems pretty appropriate for a 7.
I'm gonna do something non-hostile. I'm
Oh,
not gonna immediately attack them.
well, Ian started dancing again, so make me another dexterity save.
It's the fact that I've rolled 2 19s and a 21.
See if I don't get knocked out.
7 more damage.
Oh, I got one left. 1 hit point left.
They are dancing in cue, like in beat with Ian right now.
That'll
They're
solve this.
jamming.
I'm gonna just kind of finally notice that Alistair's getting hit every time that I dance. And be like, oh, I think that might have had something to do with me. Am I bad?
So they get to make saves.
heal.
DC
But
12.
it's only a
I'm
personal
just
heal.
gonna be like, get away from me! I danced with you, and I'm mad about it.
Oh, you say get away?
Yeah.
No!
See if they pass their saves.
Oh, I could do
Someone
that
who's
too.
dabbled a little bit with the undead, would I have any kind of check I could make, religious or anything, to kind of know more about them or recognize them?
You can give me an Arcana. Yeah, because they're
Uh-huh.
more Arcana. Yeah. Arcana or History for
17.
you, actually. Because I think both are in your past. 17's pretty good, though. I'll give it a bonus. How about that? I'll give you a little extra bonus there since it's part of your history.
Is Willow trying to heal me?
I was also trying to
am.
help.
I've moved over next to him. I'm gonna attempt to heal, although I seem to roll poorly. But
So, again,
Plus 8. I'll take
you
it.
know these as essentially, typically they're like restless spirits, very, very angry little things. And in this particular scenario, they seem to be more reactive to interpretive dance or movement and action. And so when you saw Alistair try to like dance and he just kind of basically like flopped because he had so much heavy stuff, he wasn't really moving that much. They just lingered But then when Ian started dancing and he was doing real well and like, he was really getting to the groove of things, then they became active and almost kind of served as a bit of a like lightning rod.
Could my last dance have been interpreted into, hey, can you make this stop raining?
But then you also, whenever you say go away or get away, they do so. And they, let's see, you did a turn undead. Turn undead. I gotta do a turn for them. Roll.
Meddling undead, get off my lawn.
I gotta do one for you. Roll. Then I gotta do one for you. Roll. Alright. So 2 of them just kind of completely scatter. One of them just seems to be leaving at a very, like you told them to go away and they're just kind of going away.
So
Do we notice any change in the weather?
I mean, that one cloud is gone.
We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
But, Alistair's probably still got some like little jolts of like electricity jumping off of him. He did get tased a lot.
Did my heal work at all?
Yeah, should. I'm not sure
I
if he
saw
added
the
it yet.
medicine thing,
yeah,
but
I have
did
9
really
hit
bad.
I just want to mention, I was the one who swatted these things away, and you were like, "No, no, don't touch the lights." And he started dancing with them and befriending them, and he's almost dead. Just saying.
I'll start dancing again.
Ignored.
Yeah, it was bad.
And they split off. But the warning, the triangle is still there, and the warning is still there.
So what did the warning say? I also have Sylvan, so that's what you said it was.
Let's see. So this warning essentially says, evil spirits abound. Basically, like a cautionary warning, just like evil spirits reside here. Be warned. Approach at your own risk, kind of thing. Beware of dog.
Beware of dog.
Yeah, just that kind of thing.
Like you just should have sneaked that in. You're just like, yeah, it's just beware of dog.
I mean,
There's
since
a
that map
Cerberus
face was
over there.
somewhat dog-like that he saw, like if it actually said that might be interpreted a little differently.
Was it
Thank
dog
you,
or was
actually.
it
No, it was
lupine?
Lupin.
No, you tried to go for lupine, and then you decided to go.
I was trying to figure out how to describe that because the image is
But
in
with
the
that-
Discord.
I mean, I know it from League of Legends, which is meta information. I'm like, yeah, that's death, that's kindred, that's the lamb and the wolf of death, right? Well, maybe it's unconnected. Could just be cult
But I
imagery.
won't back down. No, I guess I'll interpret it in that way, where I'm just like, and I'll kind of turn back at everyone like just Talia and Willow, and I'll just say, "Hey, beware of dog." That's remember the first time I put the mask on?
Ooh,
Yeah.
you look quite nice.
Yeah.
He's
Also,
fishing again.
that. Come on, guys, I'm not looking for a. I mean, it looked good though, right?
Yes, quite.
Okay, thank you. Anyway,
You look better than you typically do. Yeah.
Okay, good.
That was a compliment.
You know what? I'll take it. They come very rarely. So either way, yeah. the creature that I saw, oddly canine or dog-like, I would say. So
Well, then put it back on here.
we've tried multiple times and
You
nothing's
didn't try
happened.
it here with the rocks.
It's a fair point.
What if those undead? What if they're attracted to the mask? Have you tried dancing with the mask on?
Yeah. These are a lot of questions, and no, I have not done any of that. I'm willing to put them on again, but I don't know if they'll be
Couldn't
any
hurt.
different.
Dance party with a mask might be fun.
All right, well, I'll summon Darky in. It's time for some masks again.
You know what's funny, Kuth?
Yeah.
The whole orc scenario, the combat did not even last long enough for the other thing to happen.
There was another thing.
Yeah.
Probably to do with the wisps, I would imagine.
No, something else. It's
No?
in
Something
it's in the DM. I put it in there. It's okay.
I like how on the first one, since I missed, right, I was like, all right, I can't be using my good stuff anymore because it lowers my accuracy too much. Then immediately got a crit, and I was like, that would have been so juicy, dude. It would have been like 6d6 plus 20 or some shit, like, or whatever the crit is on there. It's still. Anyway.
Yeah, it was pretty funny how the one out of all the times you attack, you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it this time. Good.
I get a lot of crits in this game.
You do. Yeah, you definitely have many. Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll put on the masks again. See if
Okay.
anything else changed.
So putting
Are you
on the
gonna go
mask
dance
here.
by the rocks, or are you just gonna dance over here?
Well, I'll probably just stand here and dance, and if I seem a little bit too out of it, please, please, please take the masks off.
He doesn't like the rocks. Okay,
No, I'll be by the rocks. Yeah, no, isn't this where the rocks are?
okay, we'll take it off.
Feel free to give me a wisdom saving throw.
This time something happened. Oh boy.
Nothing happens.
Oh. I have to roll like a specific number. This is crazy.
I think you gotta get
Hey, yeah.
high.
Nothing happened. Should we try swapping masks again, or?
What if everybody puts it on?
Yeah, why don't someone else try on them? Alistair?
What's that
Yeah.
owl lady's name? I say it exactly like that
Willow.
right in front of her, right next to her. No, in character.
Yes, her name is Willow. You.
I'm just gonna look at you and be like, Willow, and put my hand out like pointing like Vanna. I'm like, Willow.
Oh, yes, that's me. I'm Willow.
She's
Yeah,
the
why
one
don't
who
you try to
found
put that thing
the.
on?
Yeah, she's the one who found the box that had the mass in them.
And you're Gan, the one who exaggerates how many things he beats up.
All right,
I'm
so I'll
just gonna look
hand
away.
the mask
I'm not
off
gonna
to
stand
whoever.
next to her. I'm gonna.
I'll hand off the mask to whoever wants to try them on.
Sure.
Are you wanting to, Willow, or Kalia, or Alice?
Well,
I
I'll be
was
like,
thinking
sure,
of-
I'll try one on.
All right.
Ooh,
Wait, which one do you want? The dark or light? I guess you're the first one to speak up, so.
Let me start with the dark one.
All right, I'll hand Kalia the dark one, and Willow, you want to try the light one?
I was thinking perhaps Alistair should try one since he's had so much of the lightning course through him at this point.
That's a fair
Mm.
point. Hey,
That's
Alistair,
a
why
good
don't you put this on?
I
You
touch
think-
the mask and become so over encumbered I collapse.
This mask weighs 120 pounds.
the
Val
camera
was
zoomed
saying
in.
something.
Oh, I was gonna say, would you be able to survive if something bad happened?
I don't know. I'll try it though.
I start dancing again.
Which one am I putting on?
You got the
Light one.
All right, right.
Let's see where this goes. Good luck, guys.
Ready to pull him off.
Wisdom saves.
We're just gonna pass them around the whole group until something good happens. That might be
So Alistair with the 19. Nothing happens with Kalia. So Alistair, you have the light one, correct?
Yes.
Or the dark? Okay. So if you have the light one, because this time it is okay. So you put on the mask and it feels, kind of warm, very cozy. It feels nice on your face. And you blink and the light in the area around you, the shadows begin to, there's a mist that forms around everything and everyone to the point where it completely and utterly encapsulates the entirety of your vision. And in a blink of an eye, it spreads a little bit, just enough that you can, see around you, but your party's not there. It is just you standing in the middle of this forest. Rain still dripping, falling down on you.
Presumably, this is still a super quick thing, but would I be able to notice any like change in his body or anything that would sense me to be like it might have worked differently for him? You know what I mean?
You don't know yet.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. And as this all sort of starts to happen, you see, a pair of, glowing eyes in the darkness. And it just seems to slowly walk around within the safety of the mist and the shadows.
I do not know why it's there.
No, you do not.
I'm just
But
going to ask it.
But it circles around you like a wolf circling its prey.
Just gonna be like, what are you doing? Get out here.
Then there's that low, audible laughter. Very menacing. Prey.
I don't know about that, but either one hiding.
Mm. Strike when I need to.
Oh,
Will you run, little lamb?
I'm the one that's not hiding. You are.
It seems like your words have no effect whatsoever on this, especially with that insight. It just continues a circle, just watching. It kind of seems like it's taking you in, being very observant.
I'm gonna call it a coward.
Adorable little lamb. This will make your death all the more entertaining.
You have no control over death.
Neither do you.
No, I don't. That's not my job. This is the job of Kellenvor.
Ah, Faith. I look forward to chewing on the bones of your faith. And at that point, everything snaps back. You're back with your party in the rain.
I'm
All right,
holding the
so,
mask and looking at him.
How'd it
So
go?
we pulled it off as soon as we could. Ian
Oh.
insisted it had to be quite fast.
I'm gonna turn to Gan and be like, Gan, there's a coward hiding in here.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
No, he wouldn't show himself to me. He just circled around me and
Oh,
said that I was his prey.
yeah, you said the same thing to me, and I don't think it's much of a cowardice thing. I believe it's more of a illusional thing. Part of making an
Well,
assumption.
I'm just saying, if you're not brave enough to face your fears or own up to anything, then what kind of power are you?
Was yours also a puppy?
I think so.
again. Why don't you try it on?
I
Wait,
mean,
did you
I
try the
tried
light
it
one
on earlier. It didn't do anything.
Did you try the light one or the dark one on?
The light one.
I'll try the dark one on.
All right, I'll try the dark one on.
We just spent like 3 hours trading masks back and forth. Everyone trying them on.
Then we should
In the
try every
rain.
combination.
You gotta find the
I mean,
right.
it does
yeah.
it does make sense. There must be some
In
some
the rain with
form of
undead lightning
combination.
bugs floating around nearby.
Don't worry, I'm not.
Give me a
dancing.
wisdom save.
All right, all right, all right. My favorite thing.
It's. Oh wait, hold on.
14.
I may have just cracked the code.
Let's see, a 14, and you have the dark one on.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody actually got somewhat, and it's not enough.
Well, whatever.
Close. I mean, you know,
Only
no,
I had
guidance is only
guidance.
skills, so that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
It's like I think
maybe
guidance
this
is just
isn't what-
skills.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Is it? There's not. It doesn't count for saving throws.
Ability check.
Yeah.
Um.
I was.
Oh, was it supposed to be an ability check or a saving throw?
Saving throw.
This is a saving throw.
Okay, I was gonna say because that's what I rolled on mine. So
I mean, you guys do have lots of inspirations floating around.
I mean, I wouldn't mind
So-
using an inspiration and trying mine again.
We have an extra inspiration because I
Oh wait,
already
inspirations
had
are
one.
can be on attack rolls and
Saving
They can be-
throws.
saving throws.
Yeah.
Saves. Yep.
Well, would you guys
Um,
be okay
I'm
with
pretty much
me using
anything.
one for
So
me?
then, yeah, just pull it back. Well, because Alistair got the one from the recap, but he said in chat that he
Yep.
already had one. So that
I already
one's
had
in
one,
here
so
as well.
whoever needed it
Just
can
use it as
have
the
it.
team one. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Just use it as a team one.
That works for me.
All right, I'll re-roll using my inspiration so I don't waste theirs, but it's
So
unlikely I'll get anything better.
I'll go
Wait,
after
Callie,
you.
was.
Oh, it's okay. He can do his first, and I can do mine.
Well, just because I
Yeah.
already had it on my head, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I have negative to wisdom, so all
Yeah.
right.
yeah,
That was
nothing
my
happens.
attempt. Yeah.
So Kali was gonna do one again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
I am.
picturing this like what 8 of us standing here in the middle of a forest, just raining, and we're just passing
Ooh.
around masks. Oh, nice.
And that is which one? Dark or light?
Dark.
That's the dark one. Yeah. That's the
I
first
was
time
like-
someone's done the wisdom with the dark one. So
I am confused on why a high roll is causing things to happen instead of a low.
Yeah,
Maybe because
funny
we
how
have
that
to
works
be
out.
smart enough to experience
that's
it.
weird. That's
Maybe it's trying to
weird.
hide its presence or
it's-
something.
Yeah.
And so it's our willpower to break through that barrier somehow.
Oh, that makes sense.
hmm
This is the highest roll and the only one on the dark one, so this could be cool.
I feel like what
Yeah.
had happened was I went to try it on, but I was like, this is weird. It doesn't seem like it's working. And I kind of like turn it around and look at it. And then like as I put it back on, I kind of like fit it to my face and I'm really paying really good attention this time.
Yep. And just like sort of what happened with Alistair, everything just gets real dark all of a sudden. The fog rolls in so thick you can barely see anything. However, what other people have been seeing is sort of this lupin entity. You
Mhm.
see something different.
Mm.
See if I can get the bigger image for you.
You see a kitty cat.
Meow.
I have that image right here. Or I did. Almost. Give me a sec. Gotta grab it. There it is. Do. So you see this humanoid form, but it's just covered in like fur. And yes, Kuth, I know. I saw the trailer and I was inspired.
I'm not seeing anything. Oh, I see it now. Oh. And does it also
And
have that weapon?
yes, it does.
Well,
Easter
even
eggs,
though
yay!
yeah.
But it says
Well,
nothing.
okay. I'm gonna try speaking to it in Sylvan. Be like, "Are you friend or foe?"
There are no words. It just tilts its head to the side slightly.
Then I'll speak in common and be like, "Ask if it understands me."
Yes, child.
Are you here to help or hurt us?
Both and neither.
Fair enough. May I ask your name?
No.
Do I have anything, maybe gold in my pockets in this kind of realm?
I
Like,
mean, you have all the stuff on you.
okay, I'm gonna grab a silver, and pull it out and be like, I offer you this in trade for something about yourself. Do you
Y-
accept?
You offer things that aren't yours. And then it tilts its head to the side again.
I understand. I will offer you one thing about myself to know but not to keep in exchange for something of equal value.
That's all it says.
Okay. I'll tell it, be like, I am a traveler and have been to more than one realm. One of my names that I have been known as is Kalia. And then I'll just look at it.
Like you can't. It doesn't really have like any facial expressions because it's just sort of a masked entity. So you
Mhm.
can't. It's really hard to gauge like intent or anything like that. Like it is very calm, though. Like it. Imagine meeting the most calm person you've ever met, and then multiply that. Or maybe they're just extremely calculating.
Dude, I'm just fucking chilling in the stream world, man. What are you doing here?
Right.
Fucking honestly, I'm fucking just chilling, dude.
Well, it makes sense. Like if this is like the manifestation of the entity that like resides in power, and the mask is simply a physical manifestation in our realm, and it knows that there's a lot more behind it. It knows it's got all the cards, so that makes sense,
Like the turtle from Finding Nemo.
right?
No, again.
We hunt until there is nothing. And then you were snapped back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity.
I was. Oh man.
Am I the one taking the mask back off, or did somebody grab the mask?
I mean, it could probably you. So it's
Okay.
the time it takes for all this to happen is for everybody else. It is you put the mask on and immediately take it back off.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, like flash. It's like
Mhm.
that's how I was imagining it. It's like when it puts them out, all these things happen, and then it's like
You're
you're
like,
not even almost putting it on fully.
as I kind of take it back off, I'm gonna kind of blink and look around, and be like, oh, and I'm gonna look at Ian and be like, that was spooky.
Yeah, it's not the nicest creature I've met, but
It wasn't exactly not nice to me, but definitely not what I would consider harmless or a benefactor of any sort. Struck me more as a being of destruction, one fighting to basically bring everything into the void. But I can tell you this much, um, looked like this. And so I'm just going to kind of like hold my arms out and then like kind of sink down into the position I saw it in and let my body grow like fur and like the face and the mask. And then look around and be like, "Does anybody recognize me?"
Wait, checking for goblins. Okay.
oh, you're the dog. I get it. You're the dog. You're the dog from the dream.
And I'm gonna put my finger on my nose and be like, "Yeah."
I
So I'll look at
still
the rest.
really think I'm still super curious what would happen if two of us were able to enter this quote unquote dream world at the same time.
Well, based on what I heard, the one I spoke to said that essentially they will destroy until there's nothing left.
So he's chill.
Didn't mention what it's out to destroy.
We got a
Well,
robot.
Robot.
All I heard was out to destroy, and I was like, damn, Cube, that was an interesting voice to take over for the out to destroy.
Like they didn't really seem like a Terminator or anything, but
You might have to close Discord and reopen it. Fix it.
Maybe just disconnect and reconnect. That
Or
might
yeah,
help
or
too.
disconnect. And
Yeah.
reconnect.
was that an echo of mine or
No, that
Cube?
was
Okay.
I think no, I think that was Lollipox.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yep.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So did it mention what it was out to destroy? Is it out to destroy creatures, concepts?
it sounded like everything. Anything that exists it wants to destroy. But that's just my assumption. I get the sense that maybe it's if two of us were able to somehow see and channel these beings, it makes me wonder if that might give them the power to act through us. But I could be wrong.
Hmm.
Either
I
way, we
like it was
definitely should
mentioned
probably
before.
keep an
Oh,
eye on
sorry.
these things. Oh no, just I really think we should keep an eye on these things because if they got into the wrong hands that of somebody who wanted to destroy everything and wanted to release them, I feel like that could be very bad.
Well, if you were able to see the whole entity as opposed to just a mask, were you able to make out any more of the surroundings than Ian was possibly?
Honestly, it just seemed like I was in an empty forest, similar to where we are now, but empty and misty,
Hmm.
like a step out of touch with the dimension we're in, but not necessarily a different realm, just maybe, I don't know, a facet of ours? I'm not sure.
So then I wonder if those who made the masks were trying to bring them to our realm or trying to communicate to their realm.
Hmm. Guess it could be either one.
Either are very possible, yeah.
Do you think this could be tied back to the warping chicken and
I think this is a little bit out of the area of the warping chick. I think these don't really relate to one another. From what I could judge by what these were kept in, it's a completely different religion. Nothing kind of to do with the things we had found before. So
It makes me wonder, though, with the light and the dark, if it were a matter of maybe like order and chaos. I mean, chaos would seek to undo order. Um,
I did have one more idea with the masks here.
yeah.
If I put on the light and Gan over there puts on the dark.
You could try,
Hmm.
but I bet
Why?
that entity would very much enjoy being part of GAN.
Yeah, I think
Well,
anyone would though.
You're so humble.
Yeah, I'm a winner. Sorry.
Oh, it's a D20 I
So are
need to
you
roll.
wanting to
Oops.
do these at the same time?
yeah, exactly the same time, and just
D20 I need to roll, not a
see what
20.
comes of it. I guess. I mean, there's not much harm in
Okay.
trying.
Tried
I
everything
mean,
else.
there could be harm in trying,
That's
but
possible, but
do we want to maybe do this in an area where we have additional support just in case anything tries to come through?
I think
But
it's cooler with the rain and the dark forest.
haven't
so
we
it's
had the most results in these like stones and morning area?
There it is.
Maybe if
Wow.
something comes through, you guys can all poorly dance those lightning bugs back into zapping whatever it is.
I'm
That's fair. I
preparing.
also agree with Belt
Okay.
though. I'm definitely fine with just following the stones. I was just kind of thinking. I mean, this is definitely something I've recognized from an old life, I guess you could say. And
If you
again,
think
was
Lock
if
the
you think
camera
that's a good
there. Oh,
idea based on the knowledge you have, then I'm
there we
willing to
go.
give it a
Oh,
try.
that's the button I hit for the camera.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, do for science.
okay. You ready?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
mumble and under my breath be like, "Oh, this does seem like more of a booyah idea."
All right, I got to move this from over here.
Well, I'll hand over the
Shit's about
dark
to
mask
happen.
and kind of be prepared to act if need be.
Don't think anything's gonna happen.
If nothing happens, then at least we know, right?
Yeah. Yep. And then we can either head back to town or keep looking in the assumed direction of these stones.
You know, I'll
Might as
have
well
him do
follow
a
the
check.
stones, right? What if we do it inside the little triangle of stones?
He
That's
can
kinda
do
cool, actually. Yeah, let's
a
do that.
I mean, I
perception.
doubt it has anything to do with anything, but while we're here,
All right, so I guess
Stack your odds.
That's right.
Gan and I are standing inside of the stones, and we put it on at the same time.
back to
All
back.
right. So, as your hands reach upward to place the masks upon thine heads, I'm going to need you two to make a dexterity save as
Different. It's different.
As the Minotaur tries to attack us out of
Kill
jealousy.
us.
something else, something much larger.
Is it
No,
something I
that's
can
a
see
good point.
coming?
Oh, it's awesome.
From
that I
below
my-
noticed
from
that.
beneath the ground bursts
Okay.
a very large, very terrifying looking bug-like creature. It has, the chitinous carapace. It has like this huge head on it, like almost
we
like
both suck.
xenomorph.
Even more.
Right.
These massive
Alien?
mandibles and claws, and it just bursts out of the ground. And it goes for
Billiam.
I do one of those slow-mo things again.
And so that it was jumping out of where the stones were.
Yep, directly beneath him.
Oh, good
Oh.
fucking idea again. And I get attacked for it. Thanks. Wait, one.
So let's see, an 8 and a 7. You both are flung into the air like easily, like 10 feet. It's just the force of this thing bursting from the ground, like shoves you into the air. And as it does show, it's gonna make one attack against. Let's see.
Again.
You know, I'll go by who rolled the lowest on the save. So Iam.
Yay!
Gan's already been hit in this session.
I've got fucking way less health. I've got 66% of the health he has in general.
Hey, I already took my 4 damage. It's your turn.
Alright.
You also have way more AC than he does.
Yeah.
You're a different kind of tank. So
My
this
AC is
creature.
13.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that really sucks.
Why is it not toggling? Oh, in combat.
Try me, pussy.
just to have that down there for the start.
Fuck. I shouldn't have said anything. I jinxed myself.
No, that was its initiative. So it's gonna try and
Oh,
bite.
thank God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
At least it
Well.
wasn't a crit.
Yeah, at least it
Hey,
wasn't a
guys.
crit.
Wait, hold on.
Holding.
Oh shit. Can I? That's not even like a. Hold on. Let me check if that's a reaction. As a bonus action, you can tell. Are we in initiative order?
You are after this because this was it coming up
But
on you.
Okay, so it could, in a sense, could I be like, as it happens, can I swap myself with Dark Ian?
No, because you didn't even know this thing was coming. Like this is it. So this
That's
it doing
fair,
this
that's
is
fair.
catching you off guard. Like you didn't even
That's
know
fair.
it was there.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Well, even a
And
surprise round, they get advantage, right? You could fish for a crit.
Okay. Relax, dude.
you know what? That's a great idea.
It is a good idea. Yeah, good stuff.
But it already hit. But let's see what it could have been. Because I never roll crits. See? You're fine.
Get those low ones out of the
Literally
way.
half my health, by the way. Just so you know.
Is it really?
Yes, that is half my health.
Yep.
It's unlikely it'll hit again.
Well, you did roll low on your health too. When you did your level up.
I did too. Yeah.
Let me guess. Roll for initiative.
Yep, it is initiative time. And as part of your dexterity saves, you lose the grip of both of the masks. And they just kind of
Oh,
fly
no.
into the
They don't
forest.
do anything anyway.
Are we
Nobody
all
even
rolling
look at them.
initiative?
Don't pay attention to them.
Yeah. And basically Gan's just like as the camera zooms in on Gan's face, he's just like it's time slows down, it focuses on him, and like the inner monologue is happening. He's like, well, this mask was useless anyway.
Yeah.
I hate this.
I like to think that I'm still airborne right now, just like flipping around.
Why is there two? Oh, I see why.
Can privately roll
Rolling
some dice.
two.
Can rolls for initiative.
It's because there's another Gan token down there I didn't delete.
Oh, well, it says Qth rolls for initiative for me, and then Gan rolls. So mine was a 21.
There's a 21, so I'm gonna do
I
this.
crit on it.
And then I'm gonna do this. Update your roll. It's 21. Update. There we go. That's properly remathed.
Yeah, if I'm the one who dies after all this, I'll be pissed.
I believe the saying is "Don't die."
It's an odd, I mean, yeah. no.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So first up is Willow.
Right now.
Uh, Willow, if you don't, do you remember how to pull out the initiative order thing?
I actually don't.
So right beside chat messages, it'll say combat encounters. The
Oh,
two
yep,
swords
got toggle
crossing.
him.
Just right click that, and then
Almost forgot about you. Okay, that
odd.
makes sense.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. All right. I was looking at my prepared spells for the day.
And just to orchestrate everybody properly, because it was you and you said you were back to back. So you'd be like
Mhm.
right there, basically.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And this thing would have been like popping up right there.
He gets another attack.
No. I was just moving you on the map to properly represent
I was
where things
I was
were.
just looking at the combat tracker. He's after Gan, and I was just like, oh no, I'm dead.
Oh, that, yeah, because it got the surprise round. So it completely
but it
caught you off
does-
guard, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna die.
So it is Willow's turn. What would you like to do in this combat?
That was I'm gonna use my cantrip frostbite. Didn't seem to do anything.
Let's see. It is a target's must a con save. Okay. Constitution save normal. Constitution on a failed save, the target takes a D6 and has disadvantage on the next roll. It makes for an end of turn, spell damage. Okay, so it looks like it doesn't have an effect if they pass the save.
Got it. And then this
Okay.
one, I'm just seeing if I'm close enough or not. Let me see. All right, then I'm going to try this and watch it fail again because I can't roll worth a crap. So I am going to cast.
Let's see here. So you'd only be able to do the frostbite because that's an action.
Oh.
And then blind and deafness is also an action.
Cantrip.
Yeah, so it still takes an
Understood, 'cause
action
that was
to
a
do it.
cantrip. Sorry about that.
So if you have, so you can basically do like a cantrip, that's an action, and then like a spell. I believe it's
Okay,
like if
said
it's a
it was a
bonus action or
spell.
something like that.
Okay,
Basically, it's an action
Then,
economy thing because they both take an action.
gotcha. Well, then I will do this one. Because it says it
Concentration.
is a bonus action.
Yeah, no, I think that would work. Yeah. Evoke Fiery, technically bonus action, yeah. Let's see, you evoke a Fiery Blade in your free hand, a blade similar size. You can use your action to make a melee spell attack. On a hit, the target takes fire damage, flame damage, sheds light, then treat. So on your turn, on your next turn, you'd be able to use the flame blade, it looks like.
Okay, so I've made it appear. I am prepared.
Yeah, because it says you can use your action to make a melee spell attack with the Fiery Blade. What's the duration? It lasts 10 minutes. Yep, so you have the blade now, so next time you'll be able to use it.
Okay, sweet.
But it only costs a bonus action to make it, right?
Yeah, but she used her action to do the frostbite.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Which failed miserably.
So action economy.
Hmm.
Again, you were probably still mid-air or a little bit like knocked off your feet, maybe like coming down a little. You've hit the apex of your flight and are on the way back down, and you just see this big hole underneath you where this thing burst out, and it slashed at Iam with like these acidic covered claws.
Ouch.
All right. So first thing I'm gonna do is I don't know if I should rage if it's just one target because there's 6 of us, right? And you know what? Who cares? I'm gonna rage anyway. I just like doing it. Rage, reckless attack, great sword. This is coming down. This is me like flipping around in the air, getting my balance, just being angry that I was flung in the first place. Forgetting about that mask. I mean, somebody could pick it up and I'd never know because I'm not looking at it, right? And it said, I just want to kill this thing. And I just want to land like with my sword like downward. Kind of like, oh, this is, like Link does in Super Smash Brothers where he's got his sword underneath him, like, right? When he lands. I want to do that with this
You gotta
big
do the-
hunking
you gotta
thing.
You gotta do the line. You gotta go, hiya.
I say, hey, no, I just grunt.
What's such bigger?
14 against the AC.
14. Oh, okay, yeah, that would hit. Just barely. Yeah,
Dog.
that hits.
All right, plus
It has
Chronic
a net AC of
plus
14. Yep, he hit.
Master. 26 damage.
Let me check for any
And if
resistances.
there are
Nope.
resistances, this is
Nope.
I believe 4 of it is necrotic, and then 22 is going to
shit.
be slashing.
Wait, damn it. 39 minus. Damn it. It's still alive.
I waste my
Minus
rage
20.
to kill something that went down that fast. I'd be so mad because this thing's huge, and I'm like, this is gonna be big. like
I
indoor
mean-
plumbing big.
Don't worry, it's still gonna attack one
That's
of
a
us.
Hercules joke.
I mean, it's you did a lot of damage to it. Like, it's not looking good. It is big, but you know.
All right. And then as I land and I've got my sword like run through it, right, and just bug juice everywhere. Does anybody remember that show from the 90s? Bug juice doesn't come in a jar. Bug juice comes from who you are. Anyway, I'm gonna
I
roll
remember
and
the
kind of
bug juice
flank this
drink.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bug juice drink. My kids still drink bug juice, but there was
Oh yeah,
specifically a
wasn't
kids camp
the
show.
green one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You guys remember when they did ectoplasm juice?
Actually, let me see.
For,
Is it?
Mhm.
Oh my god, that shit was.
Ecto coolers.
Oh, ecto coolers. That's what I'm sorry. Yeah.
In my turn.
Yeah.
Would it be? Let's do a wisdom save for it. All right. So it does not seem to want to stick around for this.
Oh my god.
Wow, what a little baby.
Natural, you kind
Yeah.
of see like natural instincts kick in, like self-preservation.
It's kind of crazy though. If it dips, me and Gan both get attacks on it, don't we?
Not if it disengages,
Oh,
because it has a big
Mhm.
hole that it could retreat back into.
oh baby, I blocked the hole.
Okay, it'll take you with it. Congratulations. That never goes well. Yeah, it's gonna fucking dip. Like it bursts from the ground thinking like, oh yeah, easy meal right here. And Gan just immediately just smacked the shit out of it, and it immediately rethought its, approach to things. Survival instincts kick in, and it retreats back into its hole. I mean, you're certainly free to try and chase it.
All right, time to jump in this hole and chase this thing.
But it is Alistair's turn.
He hasn't ran away yet?
Oh, it went back underground.
Oh. Okay.
Under the scary rocks.
Under the sea. See, this thing was initially part of another combat, but that happened so fast. Like, it's still lingering.
I suspected.
So it's completely obscured, right? I can't see.
Yeah. I'm just going through, like, one turn to see who's doing what kind of thing.
Are you gonna send me down another hole?
You best believe you're going down that hole, Al.
Just throw them in there.
I mean, this time we know there's something that could probably eat somebody as bite sized as Val rather than it being a most likely harmless mud hole. So I don't vote that we send Val down by
He
himself.
could take care of
look over it.
himself.
You look over at Ian, he starts putting his rope
see.
away. He's
It's
like,
done.
yeah, it's, yeah.
Not
I
flying.
mean,
Yeah.
what if we send
Alive,
Darky him
no.
down? Because nobody will be lastingly hurt.
Death. Silence.
What the hell? He's got feelings too,
Right.
you know. He feels it every time he dies.
Right.
I mean, does he really?
Actually, Dark Game, do you feel it every time you die? Yeah. That's what Dark Game sounds like. It's canon there. Yeah, no, that's not chill.
He's like a Meeseeks.
But
I
you're
was,
more
I
willing.
was literally putting a
Yeah,
beastie
right.
to that.
But you're more willing to send Val down, who cannot be brought back so easily. That's okay with you?
All right, Dark Game, get in the hole.
I can't do
He's
anything,
the
so I'm
butter
just
robot.
gonna
What is my purpose?
hold
Die.
action.
Vault deleted his token again.
Oh my god.
Bring me butter. Oh my god.
All right, so Alistair, what are you doing?
I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna hold action.
All right, Kalia.
Can I mean, okay, I'm gonna like peek into the hole. Does it just go straight down, or is there like a weird angle that it goes through?
It's an angle. Like it
Okay.
goes down a little bit, but then it curves very quickly.
Okay.
Also, by the way, sorry,
And the hole's
Yeah.
right
our
here.
game can only stray so far away from me, so
Like 30
That's
I
fair.
basically just have to follow them. I said
Okay,
I'm
we're
30
not-
feet down, but
Well, if we can't see where it is,
oh my god!
then I mean, maybe we should let it go, because if it can burrow super fast, then it could probably come around behind whoever's down there, and we wouldn't necessarily be able to like get away. So
I have
Yeah.
400 pounds of metal junk on me. I can't really do a lot
Well,
of spelunking.
if we leave this thing to be running around town, it could be attacking people.
Hey,
Well, but I'm
Kalia,
thinking we like go get some more information about it, and then we can go hunting for it if we knew more.
Kalia, weird idea.
I feel
But
like
if
it's
you put
almost
your
dead. We
hand,
could just Val could go in and
Oh.
finish it off one blast.
that's also fair. Yeah.
As long as he got in front of it and like was facing the right way.
Kalia, weird idea. If you could put your hand on the ground, any vibrations you feel?
I could try that. What would I roll?
Probably survival,
Perception?
because you're trying to
Survival?
like track something. It sounds like,
Okay.
in
How
a
about
sense.
you just make your arms really long and reach in there and grab it?
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, come here.
Come here.
Really long arms, giant hands on the end.
Right? I mean, they can
No,
only get
normal
so long.
normal
Like
size
those-
arms, giant fingers going down.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna put my hands on the ground and be like, ooh, it's very wet and sticky. Yeah, no, I feel nothing, guys. Sorry. And then I
I-
probably like
I-
slip and like fall on my ass. So
I accidentally take a step. You're like, wait, I heard something.
and then I turn and I walk into a tree. Either way, it does not go well.
All right. Anything you want to do other than that? Because I'll say, like, you're trying to like track something in combat. I'd say that would probably take a little bit of work, like an action. You moved a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit.
Well, I mean, if I can do, let's see. I moved over here and did that action. So would I really be able to do anything else?
Bonus action or cunning actions or anything.
Yeah. I mean, could I try and could I do perception as a bonus action? Just look around or
Oh.
like see what I sense? If hear anything? What's up, Val?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does
Just looking
somebody
around
have
something.
tracking magic?
There's somebody who can determine that there's a trap somewhere.
Hey, wait a
No,
second.
Oh.
As
If-
in finding an
Two
item.
nat ones in a row, Kalia?
Hey, look at
Oh
that.
my god. I am so hopped up nervous because I was very startled. I was
Yeah,
expecting things to
Alistair.
happen from a mask, not expecting a giant, like centipede to jump and throw you guys out. So
Well,
I was caught a little unarmed.
can't Alistair track something if he knows?
If I've seen it before, yeah, but I have it.
Object.
I would have. Yeah, it's an object. I can if I've seen it before, but I don't have it prepared. I would have to do a rest. For
Oh, I was gonna say maybe we
You-
could throw something and hopefully stick it to it, and then we'd be able to track
Emo.
it that way.
Stick it to him.
Stick it to
If
Yeah,
we're
emo-
still not completely gone out of our range.
Well, Vold, what are you doing? Your turn. You got 6 seconds, essentially.
I'm gonna stare down into the hole because
We're all staring down into the hole.
yeah,
Everyone's just looking into it.
I'm gonna stare into the void so it stares back at me.
All right. Iam.
well, I'm gonna also it's a giant hole, right? So I'm gonna go.
Yep.
Hello down there. It's might have an echo.
No. It is very muddy. Like you can already see, even in the brief time that this thing is, it's still the same turn. Like the muddy ground is already starting to like fill in. Like the fact it's been raining has definitely now that you can see underground a little bit, that's not stone. Yeah, it's kind of having an effect.
I'm gonna turn and look and be like, "Didn't Lionel come out of the ground? Oh yeah,
Probably.
He was like laying down.
I think that was more of a Rambo thing, the way Gan described it.
He's hiding from the predator. Got mud covered over it, so he can't see his heat signature.
Kind of like being the predator in this situation.
You've definitely been the predator in most of these situations.
All right, so Ian,
Oh, I'll look over at Willow and be like, "Hey, any traps around?"
I don't have any of those prepared today.
Oh, damn it! All right, well, Darky will jump into the cavernous and move 30 feet into the deepness. And is there anything that is seen?
nope, because this
Well,
creature doesn't
that's-
exactly burrow. Like it's not like it's burrowing completely straight lines. It doesn't really have that sense of, it's not following a grid pattern. It's just, existing. Its existence just it burrows. It knows which
Yeah.
general
Fleeing.
direction. Yeah.
All right, well, then.
And then Darkium gets eaten. No.
I guess Darky will just yell back up and.
And then
What just happened?
Nothing.
so that's
Literally nothing.
so that's pretty much just seeing if anybody want to do anything by the end of the round.
So I would like to look for the masks.
Good
Oh,
luck.
yeah.
Roll
Perception.
something to see
Investigate
if
those.
I see them.
investigating for the-
Okay.
Investigating or perception?
That's what I was wondering.
Either is applicable.
I'm doing perception.
It's weird. I always say this is just so weird how interchangeable perception and investigation really are.
No whammies. Let's go, Willow. Big rolls, big rolls.
It's one of those situations where it's if it's not a nat 20, don't tell me.
I could
Watch it.
see perception just being the alertness, awareness, right? Where investigation, you're actively searching for something.
Yeah, it's a really low
So should
chance
I
to find
roll
these.
investigation instead?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
trying
we'll
to
just
put my
have to-
ideas of like the words of.
Don't re-roll investigation.
So you look around the general vicinity, and they are not here. It's almost eerie. Kind of like eerie in the sense that, you know they would have landed nearby.
But wait, if Alistair gives a 4 guidance to Willow's first perception, that would make it a 25. What does that mean?
Still means it's not a nat 20.
It'd be above a nat 20. Her nat 20 is 23. She rolls 25.
I can say be glad that there was at least an opportunity. Just from the stuff I got behind the screen on these things. But yeah, you cannot find them, and it's really, really weird because you are very aware. You're very astute. You're just like they should have landed like right here. They should be right here. It makes no sense that they are not here in this spot.
Guys, the masks have disappeared. I'm looking everywhere
Yeah.
they should be. The trajectory says they should have landed right here. They aren't here.
Oddly enough, when I was up in the air, I actually saw them both fall too, and I don't know where they've gone either. So,
What's the owl's name again?
Willow.
Good job, Willow, losing the mask.
Yeah, it wasn't her fault.
Well, I wasn't the one wearing them. Wouldn't
Yeah,
that
what the
be
heck?
you who lost it?
Again, you were the one who told us to stand in the center of the triangle, and that's where we get attacked from.
Yeah, I
Seems
thought
like you
she would
got
be able
everyone
to.
attacked and you dropped a mask.
Yeah, I don't see it that way.
Hmm.
I don't know if the circle had anything to do with
Yeah,
where that thing
it was
was
one of those
from.
nat 20 or
It could
bust
stack from
rolls.
pretty much anywhere.
Val, whose side are you on?
I'm on Val's side.
Okay.
You're like, whose side are you on? I'm on Val's side.
Well, I don't see them anywhere. There's no way they would have landed in the hole. They flew off too far. I don't think they could have gone down there.
Hey, Lionel,
That thing.
Lionel, did you see anything?
He's picking his teeth.
I'm very aware of the backpack I'm wearing.
Oh,
Does
I got
anybody
too much to show
remember
back.
them enough to make a sketch of what they look like so we can inquire about them if we can't find them?
Should we roll history to see if we remember enough to draw
Well,
it
apparently they
I
look
think
like
I
they look
can.
like they look like masquerade.
Well, I recreated
Masks.
what it looked like when I showed you guys too. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
you've all technically seen what the mask would look. I
I've
mean,
done-
well, we've
yeah.
all seen what the mask
Yeah,
would look like.
but like now that we don't have them, do we recall enough?
Oh,
I mean, I could probably still recreate it. Like I
Okay.
could make myself look like it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so we can use that.
So I don't
Also-
read Sylvan. Was there anything in particular on those rocks about angry insects? Or was that completely out of the blue?
Oh, it
And,
just said like beware danger.
and Willow, give me a just quick Arcana check on something.
I guess that encompasses giant insects. Rolling now.
Perfect. I have a
Ooh.
DM for you. Anyway, continue. And it got real quiet.
Hmm. Can your feather friend track them?
Other friend?
Feather friend, the little owl.
I didn't realize she had a.
Oh, it's in her photo, and I thought she mentioned something about it. But
She's probably tabbed out of Discord and reading the DM, or tabbed
Mm.
out of the game.
I have no idea where that would go.
Okay, there it is. Enjoy that information.
Thank you. You know, I'm not quite sure they're here to be found. Thinking about it, I think they may have chosen their own path. They may have moved on their own.
That
Like
does
the
not
cave.
surprise me at all.
It
I
did.
think they may have had a bit of a mind of their own. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they had a part in their own path and who they ended up with. But they definitely chose on their own if they were leaving or not.
now that they're
I'm
gone,
not even sure they're still in this realm.
is there any change in the weather?
Seems wet to me.
Yeah, is it still raining?
It's still raining. Seems to be lightening up though.
Hmm.
But you know, it's been doing that same ebb and flow this whole time as well.
Hmm.
Camera control. There.
Well, we should probably get this all these supplies
Oh,
and
An almost dead Alistair carrying all of this weight.
Yeah, going back to town sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
We have to find your mistress.
So is that the consensus? Head back to town?
Lovely.
Sounds good.
Are we not gonna look for the cave?
It's up there.
Yeah, we did look for it. Wasn't there?
Hmm.
This was here instead.
All right, let's head back to town.
All right.
I was
So
just thinking of Charlie Brown. We came to find a cave, and we're all like, "I got rocks."
So you begin to make your way back to town, to which you are greeted just outside of town by a horde of goblins. And they look like they set up like little camps. Like at this point they almost look like like a makeshift like war band forming, but they're like just outside of town. And Whip is there, just standing triumphantly on the log, just pointing at all the other goblins to like, make them like cut down a tree or like move a log. He's commanding.
I mean, they might make better guards than the previous guard.
Thought we were gonna make Lionel the guard.
Well, if he wanted it, but he might want to smash things.
I did promise to make Lionel the big boss of the Goblin Army, and at the time, that was only the 3 Booyogs.
And
There's a lot more to command now.
so basically you guys make it back to town, and it is 9. Yeah, it's pretty late. I figure that's a good time. It's a good stopping point. Unless people want to go for 4 more hours. No. Boop.
I'm fine going a little longer, but I can't go maybe another like 30, 45 minutes.
Well, it's already midnight. Do you cover at the other post office tomorrow?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say if you
I don't know.
cover at Louisville, then you definitely need to go to bed now.
I mean, that's up to y'all's. I got all freaking night.
Probably
I mean,
be
I'm
good
good
if
if they are. Good.
I mean, I don't know. I propose maybe we wrap up now because it's a really clean stopping point.
I
That's
would
all.
That's
agree
kind
too,
of what
because
I
we
was
usually
thinking. Making it back to
we-
town seems kind of cut and
a
dry.
lot of time we'll be like, hey, let's continue, and then we get into a fight that lasts like another hour and a half. So
Then
Right.
that gives me plenty of time next week to have all of this stuff melted down and turned into armor and weapons.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And I mean, I propose we basically end with like going back and end with a long rest, so everybody is like prepped for next time and kind of like all good to go.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, since we have some people who are on their last leg carrying 400 pounds of crap.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I start dancing again. 1 second.
What a coincidence.
Ah, you can really dance.
Oh, you can really dance.
Oh, I gotta listen to that song again. All right, I think then this is a pretty good stopping point then, narratively.
Next time.
So
Dragon Ball Z.
I guess we get to do the old voting for inspiration.
I
didn't
vote
do-
Eam.
I didn't do much this time. I chipped a hole in the wall. That's pretty well all I did.
I vote Eam for putting up with all of our crazy mask requests.
Mask
Yeah,
shenanigans.
I would say EM for taking many mask risks and doing many dances.
Yeah.
True.
I was enjoying it 100% of the time. So
I'll go with Ian for the dances.
I'm
They
kind of
weren't always
split.
good dances.
The
but they were
dance of death.
True.
Literal.
They were very entertaining dances, even if they weren't, empirically good.
I don't know. Gan did a
it's-
lot with that orc in the beginning. That was pretty good.
I will say it is wild that the only times I ever rolled high were the 3 times where I was dancing. And it just happened. 19,
And the better
19,
you rolled,
22.
the worse you did.
You just need to figure out
The
how to
worst
dance
life
fight.
That's right.
Yeah.
They were
Now I
just
just
getting
need to
excited
know-
with you.
Like personally, in real life, are you an absolutely horrific dancer? Because then the high rolls are even better for me.
You would not want to see me dance. That's all I'll leave it at. Yeah.
Is this like an Elaine from Seinfeld scenario? Is that what we're
I've got like 2 moves and they should be kept in where no one could ever see those moves, and that's it.
Excellent. I was kind of torn between Willow for even finding the masks because that was pretty cool and that led to a whole bunch of shenanigans. But yeah, the Iam's dance number was pretty epic. So yeah,
It was killer.
it was killer, but thankfully
Almost
not.
killer.
Almost.
Near
It was
killer.
electric.
It was electric.
Was he doing the electric boogaloo?
Yeah, it was the election.
Apparently.
Gonna take you to elect.
That
Let me
was
take you
Iam's
high.
dance.
I figured. I thought that was.
That's what Alistair looked like while
That's what I was gonna say. All right, so let's see. We had what, 3, 4 for Ian? 1, 2, 3.
And I'm gonna vote for Willow. Sorry, I had to remember her name.
In character and
Well, actually, I'm kind of excited because I obviously like I asked Spicy outside of this, like I was like, okay, kind of what am I coming into? Like who are the other characters? And automatically I caught on to like the Legend of Zelda kind of theme-ish thing
what?
in the names and such.
What are you
And
talking about?
and then I was like, well, I'm gonna name my character kind of a play on a Will-o'-the-Wisp. So,
Oh, nice.
awesome. Will-o'-wispin.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
I love
okay.
that.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I was like, I did it.
Yeah,
So it's
originally
not
I
a
was
reference
just gonna
to
be- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
to
All right, I'm gonna wrap up there. Got another 4-hour video I got to put on YouTube. Poor YouTube. But either way, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you as alls. And let's see here. Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap up here. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you. Thanks for allowing me to, do this thing that I love to do so much. My day started kind of crappy and it just really picked up doing D&D stuff, so therapeutic. It's something I'm grateful that I get to do and people, enjoy doing this stuff with me and watching. So yeah, been awesome. But alas, we must wrap up this session. And for those of you on the YouTubes, we do this this session every Wednesday from 5:30 Pacific to about, well, technically should have been an hour ago, but you know, you get into it. So yeah, appreciate you being here. Thanks for hanging out. I will try and get Blurp fixed because apparently it wasn't working. Probably just have to reconnect it. That's no big deal. And yeah, I'll be back at it tomorrow doing good old variety gaming. So I hope to see you there. I usually start about 6 Pacific, give or take like 5 minutes, because some things are like to break last second. And yeah, until next time, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope you have many good memories of session. All right. Until next time, friend. Goodbye.